week, and this actually does not happen.
I've never been ghost hunting. No, my typical beat is Real Housewives, so this is very different than what I'm used to.
Were you murdered here?
Oh, what the Shut up.
If you don't respect the house, something's gonna happen. We've been told, not proven, that that mirror might be a portal.
If there's somebody in here with us, can you give us some sort of a sign?
It's us.
It's us.
Oh my God.
They brought his body in, cut it up in the kitchen, and then piece by piece brought down the body into the basement. The furnace is over there. That's where they burned his body.
Okay, I'm done. I'm calling my Uber. I'm going back to the city.
When Edward's body was found behind the factory across the street, his body was brought here. And this is where Charles, his brother, was doing the seances in that front room.
Oh my God, this is really the closet of torture.
You want to come on in?
Do I want to come on in?
Story goes, Charles opened up all these doors and didn't know how to shut them.
Just as a warning, once the darkness touches you, it never leaves.
I'm gonna need it to leave.
Hey guys, my name is Colin Browen. Welcome to Haunted, Abandoned, and Hella Creepy from the New York Post. We're right now here at the Kreischer House. This is a place that I've wanted to visit for years that has been off limits, and it has some really dark and bloody history. But tonight I'm joined by Evan Reel. He's a reporter, and you've never been ghost hunting before.
I've never been ghost hunting. No, my typical beat is Real Housewives, so this is very different than what I'm used to.
What are your thoughts on this whole social media drama going on between Whitney and Angie H?
So before we head inside, a couple questions. Do you scare easily?
Oh yes, I actually don't watch horror films. I can't sit through them. So I don't know why I agreed to do this tonight. And I grew up like super Catholic, kind of stepped away from the church for a little bit. My grandma would be so upset that I'm doing this because she was so against this. She would like scare the shit out of me. Anything like ghosts, demons, any kind of that stuff, she was like, absolutely not. So yeah, I don't do well with this kind of stuff.
I don't know if we should tell them about what happened right here.
I would like to know what happened right here. Please
Okay,
tell
well,
me.
I guess one of the main things that intrigues me about being here is the fact that there was a very gruesome murder that occurred right in this floor area at the entrance to the house.
Right in the foyer?
Yeah, right in the foyer.
Okay.
It was a mob hit. So essentially someone was stabbed multiple times. They were dragged right where you're standing actually. Out here, there's a pool somewhere on property where they were drowned. Then they were dragged back into the house, chopped up, dismembered in the kitchen. So, like I said, very gruesome. And then ultimately, piece by piece, they were brought to the basement where their body was incinerated.
That's a lot of steps. Like, dear God.
I know. It's kind of a lot of work.
What's his name?
Rob McKelvey.
Okay, so the ghost of Rob is lurking around this house.
Well, we don't really know exactly who's here. I mean, the history can guide us towards an answer, but until we use our tools and actually, you know, spend the night here looking for answers, we don't know. There could be something even darker than what the history tells us.
All right, well, I can't wait to discover the possibly darker things than a gruesome, bloody 10-step murder.
I have some experiments in mind for tonight that I think you're gonna like.
Okay, all right.
Involves darkness.
It's okay. Yeah. All right, I'm scared.
The house we are about to enter was constructed sometime around 1885 by Balthazar Kreischer, a successful brickmaker whose factory once stood right across the street. The home itself was built for his son, Charles, and another mirror image mansion that was once right next door belonged to his son, Edward. Despite the immense wealth of the Kreischer family, they were plagued by dark times. Several of Balthazar's children died on the property at a young age, as well as his wife, Matilda, who birthed them. As the family business began to suffer, Edward Kreischer was found dead behind the factory, with a gunshot wound to his head and a pistol laying next to him, leading many to believe he took his own life. The mansion was left to rot through the 1900s, changing ownership a handful of times, and was finally spared from demolition when it was declared a landmark in 1968. In the year 2000, it was purchased by a developer that unknowingly hired a property caretaker who had mob ties and would later use the isolated home as a site to carry out the gruesome mob hit on mob associate Rob McKelvey in 2005. with numerous sightings of men and women appearing in the windows, children running about the property, and other inexplicable phenomena occurring here. Many people suspect that the structure is haunted, but by exactly who or what remains to be seen.
Okay, so we're inside the Kreischer mansion now with Rick Rispoli. He's the caretaker of this wonderful property, and you've got a lot of stories to share, right?
We got a bunch of stuff.
So in your opinion, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened here, like to somebody?
Actually, one time we were coming here, I was dropping off some stuff on the porch about midnight. Me and my assistant came driving in. We come in, we putting some chairs on the front porch, and all of a sudden the radio's off, and as we're doing it, the radio pops on out of nowhere. And it was actually a Christian rock song by Chris Tomlin. It was about Set Me Free, Escape Me From Here. And that same song popped 3 times to us coming onto this property.
Do you have an idea of which ghosts in here wanted to be set free? Is there what are some of the names of the ghosts that were around?
Me and my assistant, the guy Rob McKelvey, we both knew him. I hung out with him years ago. I went to school with his sisters. My assistant Liz, she knew him personally and actually seen him a couple of weeks before he disappeared. So we actually think it was Rob McKelvey. This was me and one of my workers right here, sitting. My buddy takes a shot, right? Now look in this window.
Oh God, that does not
now.
That's not friendly.
Okay, that looks
You think
just like Rob.
Do you have an idea or kind of a list of the different spirits or energies that are here?
We believe Rob's here, obviously. We believe, and actually we've heard on the boxes and stuff, Edward Kreischer. The woman we think is Matilda, which was Balthazar's wife. Plus, we pick up like strange names sometimes, like, and Eric, stuff like that we don't know. So basically there's supposed to be a couple of kids that died, between Balthazar, Charles, and Edward's family. Alfred, Henry, and I forgot the third one's name, but they were like 5 to 8 years old that died, and there's rumor that they're running around the property. 3rd floor, there's a closet that the Kreischers used to punish the kids and put them in a closet. So when we started the haunted house a couple of years ago, we had a scene where we took the people and put them in, and we grabbed somebody, put them in a closet, shut the door, and then let them out. So all of a sudden they're calling, and the door kept getting stuck. So we said, okay. So we shaved it. Next day, same thing keeps on happening. It happened like 3 or 4 days in a row. And we check it and test it. We're like, what's going on with this door? And somebody brought in an article about the Kreischers and the kids in the closet. So everybody kept on getting stuck in that one closet.
Wow, yeah, the kids were like, you're not gonna make a mockery out of my punishment. You're gonna feel what it really felt like. Jeez, yeah, oh, that's scary. Okay, well, I hope Alfred does not lock me in the closet. I spent many years in the closet and finally got out, so.
What are the most active places in the house?
Second room up top, we named it Matilda's room because we think it's Matilda, who was Balthazar's wife, looking out the back window type of thing, looking at his mansion that was back there. This room too.
The seance room.
Seance room, we've been told, not proven, that mirror might be a portal. When Edward's body was found behind the factory across the street, his body was brought here. And this is where Charles, his brother, was doing the seances in that front room to try to see if his brother was murdered or for suicide. So the story goes, Charles opened up all these doors and didn't know how to shut them.
Okay, so right now we are here in the room where Charles Kreischer used to do these seances to try to talk to his maybe murdered brother.
Okay.
Are you ready to start?
I'm ready. Let's go.
I mean, if this is the portal room, this is where something's going to come through.
Awesome.
And specifically right here. This is the mirror that he was just referring to, the portal mirror. Always kind of creepy.
Yeah, very creepy.
But since you've never ghost hunted before, I just want to explain a couple of these things.
Yeah, tell me what you have here, what everything does.
This is a REM pod. We're going to
Okay.
use this right now. This thing kicks out an EM field. I'll show you. And when something enters the field, it'll light up. But if somebody or something comes into the room, this is going to light up.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to set this up.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so if that lights up, that means it's something.
No.
Okay,
I'm not messing
Okay,
around with that.
I actually did not. I just set it down.
Wait, so
That
it's like
should not be
it's
doing
going nuts right
that.
now.
Yes, that should not be.
What
doing
does that mean? Tell me what's
That
happening.
means that there's something in this area. That's actually pretty crazy. Usually this thing will stay silent for like 45 minutes.
Holy crap. That is crazy.
Okay, so just to test this out, I'm gonna reset this.
Okay.
So this is what it should usually be doing. It
Okay.
should just be quiet.
Okay.
It might have been a technical
Okay.
fluke.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I hope it
that
was a
really
technical
crazy. Okay,
Holy crap.
so that is actually really strange. So
Okay.
that's twice now that we've reset it, and
All right. I'm kind of really freaking out right now. So what do the different colors mean different things? Like is green is a
Yes.
friendly ghost, right?
no, it's anybody. You know, green just means that there's something in that area. It's not picking up on the mirror.
So it's like it's coming from here? Like
It means that there's something, an energy of some sort directly around the meter.
Okay,
So
so
that's
now
really
what do we do?
strange.
That we know there's an energy there? Are we
Well,
Should
I
we-
wasn't expecting to have to hop in so quickly. Holy shit.
should we
I'm gonna turn this off for now. Thank you to
Okay,
whoever.
they're trying to
whoever's
say
doing that.
something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And you'll see tonight, that's not gonna happen the whole time. So that's honestly, that's odd. We have another REM pod. Actually, I'll let you put this somewhere. This does the exact same thing.
Okay. I guess I'm kind of interested to see if there's any energy around this really creepy baby doll
Yeah.
situation.
We never got the history of that.
Yeah. I just want. Oh my god.
Okay. The REM pods help us get kind of a baseline. They're one of my favorite things to use because it literally just shows that there's something in the room.
Okay.
It doesn't tell you who it is or what it is. But we've got a lot of other devices that we'll use in a second. But for now, I want to use the Spirit Talker. I'm going to turn this
Oh,
on.
the Spirit Talker. Okay. This is an app?
Yeah, so the Spirit Talker, I know the developer of the app. It basically, there's like the REM pods, there's an EM line. And when there's any deviation in the electromagnetic frequency in the environment, it'll put that through an algorithm and give you a word. I'm actually going to let you use this and hold this.
Okay. Are we talking already?
I don't know if you want to turn this off for the audio, but I film like every week, and this actually does not happen. Or this is
That's
going
wild.
so crazy.
Let's figure it out.
I'm going to turn this on for you,
Okay.
and it'll read out the words as it's picking them up. To anybody here in the Kreischer house, Edward or Charles, maybe any of the 3 children that are here,
Matilda.
Matilda.
Can't forget Matilda.
Yep. If you were murdered, if you took your own life, we're coming with the utmost respect, and we just want to talk to you tonight. So if there's somebody in here with us, can you give us some sort of a sign? You can also use your voice and speak with us, and we might be able to hear what you're trying to say. Or you can walk over and touch this little black box by the baby dolls.
Oh my god.
Mine.
It said
Mine.
You?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Mine?
What's yours?
Yeah, what is yours? Maybe the baby doll, right when I said the baby doll? My baby doll?
Maybe. I'm freaking out. I do not like this.
Terrifying.
You're freaking out? Terrifying?
Yeah, the baby doll is terrifying.
Yeah. What's terrifying? Is there somebody scary in here in the mansion? You can also knock like that.
Over.
Over.
It's time for this to be over.
Yeah. You're already done. You just started.
Oh my God.
I guess we just want to ask, because we don't really want to stay in this room. I wanted to come in here to invite whatever is coming into this mansion through the portal out. Is there a specific part of the house that you want us to go visit to talk to you at? Maybe the closet upstairs, the basement, second floor.
It's us.
It's us.
Oh my God. What the heck? Who?
Yeah.
Who? What is your name? What are your names?
Be fearful.
Okay, I'm done. I'm calling my Uber. I'm going back to the city. This is crazy. Be fearful of what?
Terrifying, be fearful, it's us.
Oh my God. Be fearful of y'all? Be fearful of the us?
Yeah, who is the us?
Who? Yeah.
Whatever's in here is strong. This thing usually doesn't.
Wood.
Wood. Be fearful of the wood? There's
Wood.
wood all over this place.
You know, it's interesting, it says wood. They actually had to remove one of the wood planks from the stairway.
Victor. Who is
Victor?
Victor? Who's Victor?
Is there a Victor in the history? Is there a Victor? Victor. That's weird though, you just asked for a name. Victor.
Victor? But who's the other person? You said us, plural. Victor and who?
Victor. One more time, can you tell us what part of the house, Victor, you'd like us to go to? Because we have more tools and toys we can play with. You just gotta tell us up.
Show.
Show.
They know we're filming a show.
Yeah, or they want to show us.
Show us what? What would you like to show us?
Dangerous.
He's dangerous. Victor's dangerous. Okay. Well, I think we're making contact with something,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm going to turn this off for now.
Okay, good.
Personally,
I'm done talking.
my feeling, I don't know about you, is that we should move upstairs.
Okay. Oh my God.
See what we're working with.
Someone might have died just walking down these
know.
stairs.
My foot's
It's
like
so
half off the
steep.
step.
Yeah, jeez. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh. Can I ask you guys where the closet is? Is it in here?
Oh my God. This is really the closet of torture.
You want to come on in?
Do I want to come on in?
Yeah, come on in.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, just
You want to have a seat?
cozied on up in the
Yeah,
closet
yeah,
of torture.
not bad.
Oh my God, wow. This is a lovely way to spend my evening.
We're going to use this. This is a footstep tracker.
Oh, footsteps. In the closet of torture.
But this thing is dead. That is very weird. I just tested this out when I first got here.
And it died?
It just died. Like I just tested it downstairs.
That's
why I brought it up.
Could that be a sign from a ghost?
Yeah.
It
Seems
doesn't
like
want us to trace their footsteps.
That's really strange, actually. So it's already showed itself with the REM pods. It sucked the energy out of this. How are you feeling right now? How's it been so far?
I'm feeling honestly like I'm on edge. I'm feeling a little drained. I'm like worried that something's gonna like get in the Uber with me back into the city. I just need whatever I'm coming in contact with here in this house to stay in this house. And we'll be good, you know?
So let's, I'll take this.
Okay.
I'm gonna set this up right here. We're almost gonna have a little mini seance in here.
Oh, I've never had a seance.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
I guess so.
Okay, did you see that just die? Right in front of us. This thing just f***ing died.
This is
Yo!
the closet of death.
Yes!
Everything's dying in here. Are
Literally.
we next? I hope not.
Okay, now if it's working, that's really bizarre.
Okay.
That just oh, there it goes. It's dead.
Okay,
Both devices.
Colin, I don't want to be next. Like,
I know.
if the devices are dying, I really hope the people aren't.
You never know.
But this is a sign. This is like them talking. Oh, I saw the light on the wall and I thought it was the face of Alfred.
Well, that's this thing is toast. The spirits, in layman's terms, they suck the energy out of stuff to get more energy for themselves. I know that's very basic, but like that's why batteries always die, lights die. Both pieces of equipment just died. And typically, based on what's happened to me, when multiple things like that die, that means that whatever's here with us has now almost attached to us and is following us. Right now, we're going to use the DR60.
Okay, what's that?
This is a highly sought after piece of equipment in the paranormal community because it's a audio recorder from the 90s.
Okay.
And the legend goes that all of these people were hearing voices, doctors were making memos, and so they had to discontinue making these things because there were so many voices coming through that weren't there. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, there's probably more of a technical explanation as to why they stopped making them, but I can attest that I've recorded some really, really eerie things on this recorder.
What's the eeriest, craziest, wildest thing you've ever recorded on there?
Screaming.
Like
full on
blood
someone
curdling,
standing right here
shaking.
going, right into the microphone.
Okay.
So now I'm interested in what it would say to you if you were alone in here.
Oh God. Okay.
So I think I'm gonna give this to you and let you just sit here for 5 minutes and ask some questions.
Okay. All right. I typically interview Real Housewives and reality stars, not ghosts, but I really want to open a line of communication with whoever might be in this closet of torture. First, I really want to know, what is your name? We really need to know your name. What would typically happen to you in this closet? I weirdly feel like I'm a scaredy cat, but I feel kind of like a warm, childlike energy in here. I'm like weirdly not feeling too afraid. Like I actually do feel like I'm welcome. So if you would like to give me a hug or embrace me or make me feel your presence in any way, please do that. Or just tell me yes or no if I'm your friend. And then finally, I really do want to know what happened to Edward. If you know, please tell me.
How was it?
It was good. Like I was telling my ghost friend that I feel like a warm energy vibe presence in here. Like I know this is the closet of torture, but I'm kind of like feeling like cute and cozy in here.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad.
I guess we should listen back and see if I got any answers.
I'm excited to see. Okay.
Okay.
What is your name? We really need to know your name. What would typically happen to you in this closet? Tell me yes or no if I'm your friend. And then finally,
Was that
It
yes or
sounded
no?
like you went. That straight up sounded like you went, "You're my friend."
Really?
Did you hear that?
Kind of. Oh my God. Well, that makes me feel good because I do feel like we're friends.
Let's see if we can go back.
I just want to know their name.
tell me yes or no if I'm your friend. And then finally,
Holy
Literally.
At least
I'm your friend.
I love that I'm his or her friend. That's great
Yes.
to know. Okay, good.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a definite voice right there. If we replay that, you're gonna hear that so clear. I'm your friend.
Yeah. Wow.
Well-
Okay, Casper, the friendly ghost.
Well, I think we should repeat this experiment in the basement. This is supposed to be the most haunted part of the house. Were you murdered here? Oh, shut up. Whatever just happened was really, really strange. That is something that I don't think I've ever seen.
Coming up on Haunted, Abandoned, and Hella Creepy.
there was a very gruesome murder that occurred right in the entrance to the house. They brought his body in, cut it up in the kitchen, and then piece by piece brought down the body into the basement. Careful of these very rickety steps.
There's like an intensity down here, for sure.
Rob, if you're here, please come through and talk to us.
Need help.
Need help? Were you murdered here?
Oh, what the shut up.
Whatever just happened was really, really strange. That is something that I don't think I've ever seen.
Up until this point, our hunt had been extremely active, so we decided to take some time and stop in a few of the mansion's other rooms as we headed down to the basement with our crew.
Do you watch The Real Housewives?
If you're up here, could you really... For us?
No, what is this? Why are we doing all this? Who did this?
Can you tell us your name?
Do you like dolls? I don't.
Dolls are just, they're eerie. And oftentimes you find in these rooms where they do have a lot of dolls, the kids and the children of a house will come congregate.
What was that?
That was mine.
Are they congregating over there? That was weird.
Maybe a tree? Are there trees out here?
Do trees sound like that?
Sound like a possessed chipmunk.
With the end of the night drawing close, we arrived at the basement, supposedly one of the most energy-filled areas of the house.
Careful of these very rickety steps.
Yeah, maybe I'm feeling like this is the wood that the spirits were telling us to be fearful of.
Wood.
Wood. There's wood all over this place.
But this is the area that has the darkest history, really.
Yeah, remind me of that again.
So the murder that took place here, Rob, he was stabbed up in that front area of the house when you walk in, dragged outside. He was then drowned. They brought his body in, cut it up in the kitchen, and then piece by piece brought down the body into the basement. And then the incinerator, the furnace, is over there. So that's where they burned his body. What's interesting too about his spirit is that after they were done burning him, they said that they dumped his body or his ashes into the well on property. So he never really left. So
He's like one with the house.
yeah, and that's people have reported seeing him, hearing him down here. This is supposed to be the most haunted part of the house.
Well, I'm glad we're here.
Yeah,
Colin.
follow me. Let's go to the
Okay.
the furnace.
Okay.
So the new furnace is here, but back in the day, this would have been where the body burning took place.
Okay.
Feel anything?
I feel not good.
Me either.
I feel there's like an intensity down here, for sure. I feel like Rob's spirit is definitely with us.
And a distinct smell
Yes. Yeah.
down here, whatever it is. I don't really know.
Could be Rob.
Well, we have some other devices to use too.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring this thing out. Okay, Rob, if you're here, please come through and talk to us. We're really sorry about what happened to you. It's horrible. But we want to try to help you if you're trying to contact people. So my name's Colin.
I'm Evan.
It feels weird down here.
Yeah.
Definitely different energy.
It does.
I'll let you hold this again.
Okay. I don't know, this thing freaks me out in the portal room upstairs, so
Rob, what happened to you? Were you killed?
Vincent.
Vincent?
And we got Victor upstairs.
Victor
There's
and
something
Vincent.
about Victor and Vincent. What is going on?
Remember, like I said too, and like he was saying,
Amazing.
if there was a portal here, or is,
Yeah.
anybody could be coming through. So Victor could be coming through who died 10 miles from here. You know, Vincent could be someone completely unrelated to the house that somehow
Right.
made their way here.
I want to know if there's something with Victor and Vincent. Are they the same person? Are they evil twins? They sound
evil
like
twins.
like the names of some evil twins.
Victor and
Need
Vincent.
help.
Need help?
Okay, I'm like
That is crazy.
I'm literally shaking.
He's asking, like the owner said, the
wants
spirit
help.
asks for help. That's why he
Yeah.
shows up.
How can we help you? Give us a clue. Equipment.
Equipment.
We have a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
What help us use this equipment to help you? I mean, walk by those, what are they called again?
REM pods?
Walk by the REM pod, make contact with the REM pod, let us know you're here. Give us a sign.
It's so quiet down here.
It really is.
Whenever it's this quiet, it's
Joyce.
Joyce?
Who's Joyce? There's a Joyce, there's a Vincent. Joyce.
Okay. Joyce.
Joyce, is that, okay,
If you just touch,
Fence.
sense.
just said I felt something.
Oh my
Out
god.
loud, I said it, so if they're down here, they would have heard that.
Ah, jeez. Okay.
So if you touched that little thing right there next to this furnace, can you do that again for us? Because, yeah, we're sensing you. If you want our help, you can show us by touching that little metal pole again, like this. A little too far away. So, you need help, you're a man.
Bones. Okay. Are your
Okay.
bones down here still?
Maybe there's like a part that they never found of him. Are there still bones? Oh. What the f was that?
What is that? Plumbing?
But who would be in here using the plumbing?
No one's in here other than us.
What is that?
Oh my god.
No, I'm serious. Like, did a fucking toilet just flush up there?
It sounds like it. Who's using the toilet?
Should we go walk up there and see? Oh, that might have been me. No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
No, that wasn't. I was just
Had
right
enough.
here.
He's had enough. Oh my god, he's had enough. He's had enough. Do we need to get out of here, Rob? You've had enough of us? You're over us?
Maybe
Can there be multiple spirits talking to us
Yeah,
right now?
oh yeah,
Okay,
oh
okay.
yeah.
So we're talking to a few people possibly.
If there are more than one spirit down here, or if there is, I mean, could you make a really loud noise or a bang or touch one of these little boxes or balls in front of us?
Taste.
Do you hear that knock over there?
Oh god. And they said taste.
Taste.
Maybe the kitchen? Oh, maybe there was a knock in the
true.
kitchen?
Oh, and that thing too. You see the
Holy shit.
the paralight. Dude, that just spiked all the way to the top.
Okay, so what?
That's crazy.
So what does that mean when it spikes all the way to the top? That's just very close to the energy.
The maximum amount of energy that thing can detect. It just
my
picked up
God.
on.
Wow.
That thing never spikes either.
Okay.
I use this all the time, just
Okay.
to see if it'll. That never happens.
Whoa.
Rob, if that's you, can you say your name? Or like he's been asking, just say, "Yeah, it's me," or something like that.
Wrong. So then who
It's
could it
not
be?
Robert. That's interesting.
Wrong. Edward, Alfred, Henry, whoever it is, just state your name. You are a man, so maybe Alfred was the kid, right? So maybe it's not Alfred. You are. Sarah. What's up with all these girls?
Oh, mute the cat ball right there, right when it said Sarah. Something moved that.
Holy sh**. Okay, Sarah. I don't know what this means. Sarah was okay.
You know what? I say we do the DR60 and try to hear a voice down here, because then
Okay.
we can really figure out who's down here. You know what I think we should do?
What?
Can we do lights out down here while we do this?
God.
Would that be possible? I think that would really
Alright.
amp it up a little bit. Ah.
Okay. Here we go.
Well, Rob, we'd love for you to talk to us. We have this voice recorder. It's like a microphone. And, you know, you were alive in the early 2000s, so you know what these things are. If you see that pink light, I'm going to set this right next to that, the chair. Or the stool, I should say. So if you're here, can you answer our questions? Rob, can you say your name for us?
Others.
That's. I don't like the sound of that.
Who are the others?
There's something in that room. Yeah. I feel it too.
Cold.
Cold. Okay. What does that mean? Are we cold?
I just said I felt cold a couple seconds ago. Oh, those are loud noises that are now happening all of a sudden.
Yeah. Did it feel like there was someone stepping down the stairs?
Nah.
Kind of.
Where are you in this basement? Could you move something? Maybe
Go right.
go right.
Holy
That's
shit.
the fucking room
Holy
right there.
shit. I know, you did say
Yo.
that. Oh my god, okay.
We gotta, dude.
Should we
We
just
gotta.
go? Should
Yes.
we just follow? Oh my
Hey,
god.
that's wild.
Okay,
I just
I'm-
said there's something in there.
You lead the way, you lead the way.
Okay.
I'm scared shitless now. Rob, I want to be your friend.
Okay, we're gonna do one more voice recorder right here. I'm gonna set this down in the center of the floor, and we'll just ask a couple questions. Okay, so you wanted us to go right. What did you want us to find?
Hannah.
Anna, another girl. Another girl. You said you needed help. How can we help you?
We came all the way here to try talk to you. Is there any way you can make a noise for us or shut one of the doors, knock on something? I want to hear you.
Amelia.
Amelia, another girl.
women's
All women. Yeah.
What's up with the women's names? Are there a bunch of women down here?
Oh my god, there are a bunch of women down here.
hell?
Holy crap. Are you serious? That is so
Did you hear
nu-
that noise back there just now?
No, I didn't hear the noise. I saw the light bulb go up, I didn't hear the noise.
Did you just turn the light out?
Which woman is communicating with us right now in this moment?
Worried.
What are you worried about? What should we be worried about? Yeah, that was so freaky. I'm still can't get over
I
the
know.
light.
Can you just say the word light or bulb if you turn that light off? We want to know if it was you.
Oh my God. What do you want us to know?
Concerned.
Worried and concerned in a row.
Okay, let's see. That was wild. The light was so wild.
Okay, yeah, now we have to just talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
What the was that?
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. We got the whole like dramatic flickering. It burned out. I mean, we've been trying to communicate with these people, or someone, for so long. So it's kind of nice to get the confirmation. At the same time, I am kind of like crapping myself. 'Cause
Yeah.
That was really scary.
As someone that does this all the time,
Yeah.
I never see that happen. It's
As an
wild.
experienced ghost hunter, what does that signal to you?
You know what that is? It goes perfectly in line with everything that's been happening all night. My REM pod's dying.
Yeah.
My thing that I charged all night, the footstep tracker, dying.
Careful.
Dude, okay, also, worried, concerned,
Yeah.
careful.
Okay, we gotta be cautious.
You know what happened too? Right when that light went out, it started saying worried, concerned, careful.
Yeah.
Almost like whatever just came in the room is the not so good thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, so. alright.
Like the powerful thing.
Yeah, okay.
So let's listen to this. Maybe we got
Okay.
something on
Some
here.
answers.
Okay, so you want us to go right? What did you want us to find? Yeah, another girl. You said you needed help. How can we help you?
Clue.
Another woman's name.
What the?
You heard us yet? No, I didn't. What can I do?
Let's ask like 2 more questions. I just want to ask.
Okay.
So was it you that turned the light?
Control.
Control. Dude, control. Were you the person who turned the light off? Maybe let's snap. Why did you do it? Can you do it again? Or turn it back on?
So was it you that turned the light? Control. Was it you the person? Were you the person who turned the light off?
It's so weird. It doesn't want to talk.
That is really odd.
That has to be one of the weirdest things I've seen in a long time.
I didn't like how it made me feel. that was
No.
really creepy.
Well, I think we've tried our hardest.
Yeah.
We've used almost every device, and it's saying worried, concerned, some weird words along with the light turning off. So, since it's so late, maybe we should just call it a night. Whatever just happened was really, really strange. As a person that ghost hunts all the time, I do this for a career, that is something that I don't think I've ever seen. The light bulb actually slowly fading out right in front of us.
Yeah, I didn't feel great when that happened. That was really, really terrifying. I made friends with the ghosts upstairs in the torture closet, so that was kind of nice. Honestly, I was really scared in the seance room with the big, massive portal mirror. I did not feel good there. I wanted to get the hell out of there. We went down to the basement. Things got really weird there.
Yeah,
So
I think the evidence that we got tonight points to the existence of a portal. The names,
Yes.
the weird energy that's just shifting around the house. Like it was in one place and then it wasn't there. It was upstairs, then it wasn't. And it sucked the energy out of the light bulb, multiple devices. Something is going on here, but it doesn't seem like one person or entity. It's a lot of them.
Yeah, we got so many names. I mean, it was like Rose and Doreen and Doris, Harriet, so many women, but there are also some guys, like there was a guy named Ralph and Liam, and I don't know, I think you're right. I think that a portal is open here, and this is kind of like a hotel for spirits.
It is.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't need to go to Disney for the experience. You can just come to Staten Island.
Exactly, yeah.
You want to call it a wrap? You good?
I mean, yeah, I think I'm good.
We got to do the thing, though.
What's
Gotta
the
say
thing?
goodbye. Unless you want one to follow you home.
I do not want one to follow me home, so I will say goodbye in every language I know for it
Okay.
not to follow me home. So that is goodbye and adios.
See y'all. Thank you for talking to us.
On the next episode of Haunted, Abandoned, and Hella Creepy.
It always starts out so quietly. And then there's always a point where it just shifts.
You said a haunted murder well?
This is the site where a body was found on January 2nd, 1800.
Even when I'm by myself, like when I'm closing, it always feels like something is watching me or someone is watching me.
Hand me that music box.
Oh, whoa!
Elma, if that's you, can you touch this one? The one that I'm pointing at? It always starts out so quietly. And then there's always a point where it just shifts.
You said a haunted murder well?
Even when I'm by myself, like when I'm closing, it always feels like something is watching me or someone is watching me.
Hand me that music box.
Oh, whoa!
Elma, if that's you, can you touch this one? The one that I'm pointing at?
Soho, one of New York's most glamorous neighborhoods, famed for its historic cast iron lofts, high-end shopping, and designer fashion. 220 years ago, this was a meadow with a pond and a newly built well to supply drinking water. It was during this time, in the year 1799, that a 22-year-old girl would be killed here, leading to America's first tabloid murder trial, and 2 centuries later, a supposed haunting.
This is the site where a body was found on January 2nd, 1800.
From the outside, this place looks like high-end fashion, but in the basement, that's where the spirit calls home.
There also have been reports of a woman who's dressed in 18th century clothing, soaking wet, wandering the streets of Soho near Broadway.
And today, we're trying to meet her.
Who's here?
I'm here!
What's up, everybody? My name's Colin Browen, and welcome to Haunted, Abandoned, and Hella Creepy from the New York Post. Today, we are at the Manhattan Murder Well. This is a iconic haunted location here in Soho. I've wanted to investigate this location for years, not only because of its history, but because of its hauntings. I'm joined today by Brian from the New York Post.
You said a haunted murder well?
It is a haunted murder well.
I thought we were just going shopping in Soho.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? But you've never been on a ghost hunt.
No, I've never seen a ghost. I've never had sex with one. We write stories about that on the New York Post. I'm usually doing funny animal videos and quirky stuff like that, so this is a big change for me.
Yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be an experience. So essentially what happened here, back in the late 1700s, early 1800s, there was a infamous murder, and the woman's body was dumped in a well. And for years, no one knew where this well was. They didn't even know that it was here. And in the 80s here in New York, they uncovered this well, and that's when the haunting of this property began. But to this day, they don't know who's haunting the building. They think it may be the victim, but I think we should try to dig in and figure out who's here and what do they want.
Do we have to?
Yeah, it's too late now. I know.
I mean, this just looks like a normal store. There's a well in the bottom of it.
That's what I think is intriguing, is that from the outside, this place looks like high-end fashion. You know, mannequins in the window, lights, it's kind of glitzy. But in the basement, that's where the darkness is. That's where the spirit calls home.
Let's do it.
I'm ready. So right behind us, if you take a look, is the murder well itself. This is the place here inside of the building that we're going to be focusing our investigation on today. But right now we're here with Nora from the New York Adventure Club, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the history of this building, why it's so haunted, and about some of the things that people have experienced here.
Thanks, Colin. This is the alleged site where a body was found on January 2nd, 1800, a body of a woman named Elma Sands, who was the victim of a murder that allegedly occurred on December 22nd, 1799. Elma was quite the ingenue. She lived at a boarding house on Greenwich Street, which was owned by her cousin, Catherine Sands. She, at the time, it would have been really rare for a woman to live on her own, but she was working with her cousin as a milliner. And she, living at the boarding house by herself, had the opportunity to meet a man by the name of Levi Weeks, and they became involved in a romance. They had an affair, and they were supposed to elope the evening of December 22nd, 1799. Unfortunately, Elma never made it to the engagement, and she was found at the bottom of the well on January 2nd, 1800.
Right here.
Yes, her body was found floating at the bottom of the well, and very quickly, Levi Weeks became the main suspect in her murder. And Levi Weeks has a place in New York City history because he's the brother of Ezra Weeks, who was a legendary contractor who built houses for, among other people, Alexander Hamilton. And he also was responsible for the company that built this well.
Really?
Yes.
So was he eventually convicted of her murder?
Not exactly. So Levi Weeks' brother, Ezra, who was the famous contractor, was able to convince his clients, Alexander Hamilton, and Alexander Hamilton's law partner, Aaron Burr, to represent Levi at the murder trial. This was also the first recorded murder trial in U.S. history, and you can still read the transcript of it today if you're so interested. And the jury found Levi Weeks not guilty after the judge basically told the jury to find him not guilty. But in the court of public opinion, Levi Weeks lost because Levi Weeks was basically run out of town all the way to Natchez, Mississippi, where he died. And unfortunately, Elma Sands' murder remains unsolved.
So that's, in my opinion, that's a major reason why a place would be haunted. You have an unsolved murder. You have somebody that got away with this horrible crime. You have the murder itself, the presence of the dead body that was in the well for a week, and that restless kind of energy, it's just injustice.
Yep.
That oftentimes causes hauntings.
And the mystery. We don't know what happened. It's supposed to be the night that she elopes. It seems like the wedding was going to happen, but we don't know what happened between that moment and her death.
That's a good point.
The only clues that we have is that a sleigh was seen, because it's Christmas time, a sleigh was seen in the area here in Soho in Lisbonard's Meadow with two men and a woman in it. And they found her muff a few days after December 22nd when she went missing.
Maybe she was having an affair with a Santa. We don't know.
Maybe.
I don't mean to joke about the dead.
Elma's gonna get you.
Yeah, honestly, I should not. I'm not in a
she's
place
really gonna come
to-
out now for you. Let's fast forward then. Years later, obviously decades passed by after the murder. This well has been forgotten. When did they rediscover this thing?
So this location here, where Casa is now, used to be a restaurant called Manhattan Bistro. And this was several years before where we are now. And Manhattan Bistro had a basement, a wine cellar, like restaurants do. And the reports were that male staff members of the restaurant hated going into the basement because they would get this eerie feeling and they didn't want to be left alone in the basement. There was also reports from the restaurant owners that they heard wine bottles were spilled or wine glasses were being thrown against the wall. Could have been a great party, could have been the ghost of Elma Sands.
almost violent activity. Stuff being thrown around, shattered, unhappy energy down here.
And towards men.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly. And that's not all. There also have been reports of a woman who's dressed in 18th century clothing, soaking wet, wandering the streets of Soho near Broadway.
No.
Oh, yes.
Really? Well, now that we know the history, we've heard about the reports of paranormal activity, I think it's time that we break out the tools and see what we can find ourselves. It definitely feels a little weird seeing this well, and you know, it's just so quiet and dark at all times of the day because there are no windows or anything. It's
a true basement.
yeah.
And I can say the mannequins aren't helping. They're like these faceless gray specters sort of keeping eye on us down here, and they're here all the time. So if I see something move, I might scream.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
We're rolling. Go ahead.
So here we are. Here's all the equipment that we can use. You've never been ghost hunting before.
No, can you believe it?
No, it's
I'm
hard to
strapped
believe.
in, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to meet a ghost. I'm a skeptic. I've never met a ghost before. I've never had a paranormal encounter, but I'm open-minded.
It's the first time for everything.
Oh, jeez.
Here we are. So this is the stuff we can use. I'll kind of explain a few of these things. This is a REM pod. This thing will basically detect if something walks up to it or any phantom energy field enters the proximity of the meter. So if there's someone in here, we can ask them to set that off. We have a couple of these. I think that we should use the REM pods. We should set them up, obviously, around the well. And then
Okay.
I say we just dive right in with a voice recorder session. See
You shouldn't say dive in when we're talking about a murder well.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We'll
hover
begin
from a safe distance.
Hover above,
Yeah,
yeah. With the
I'm
the
not going
EVP.
in the well, right?
Okay, so we're gonna introduce ourselves.
Okay.
Let's start it off. So to whoever's down here, Elma, if you are here, anywhere in the basement, you don't have to necessarily be coming from the well. You could be back by the mannequins, by the stairs, upstairs. We're coming here to speak with you today. We're gonna introduce ourselves. My name is Colin.
My name is Brian.
So if you can come forward and just let us know that you're here. If you are here, why don't you give us some sort of a sign? You can walk up to any of these little objects that we placed next to the well, and you can touch them like this. You can answer our questions, yes or no. Is there somebody down here with us? Could you maybe make a noise of some sort, or move something, or touch one of these toys? It always starts out so quietly. And then there's always a point where it just shifts. You can feel it.
Maybe she's waiting for the right question.
Yeah. Is this Elma? You know, it's interesting. I don't know if she would necessarily want to hang out right here. Maybe the well itself has such a bad memory associated with it. I think we should place these devices throughout the room and see if maybe she's somewhere else in here.
That's a good idea.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move this. Move this. Let's put this. How about over here? There's definitely energy in here. I just can't tell what it feels like yet.
We should have brought some wine bottles to be thrown.
Let's go back here. nuts, dude. Are you over here, maybe? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. I think we could do a voice recorder session over here, though.
Okay.
Let's
set it up.
Okay, interesting. Well, there is obviously an energy down here. I don't know how strong it is, though. So this voice recorder is the DR60. They made a lot of these in the 90s, and the myth or the legend goes that doctors and other professionals were hearing voices that weren't theirs coming through on their recordings, so they had to stop making these things. And it's true, they don't make them anymore. They're really hard to get. And so it's a really interesting piece of equipment. It cuts out all of the dead space and time between questions that you ask, so you're only hearing your questions, and then if you get anything, your responses.
It's a dictaphone.
Yeah,
Got
basically. Okay, I'm gonna hit record, set it there so we're not interfering. First of all, I just would love to ask, who is down here in the basement? Can you say your name? I've heard that you're angry. Can you tell us what you're mad about? What happened?
Give us a word, any word.
We're trying to figure out who is down here. Can you tell us something about yourself so we can try figure out your story? Let's see if we got anything here.
First of all, I just would love to ask, who is down here in the basement?
I just heard Alma.
Did you?
Listen right here, really closely. I'm not even with you. Right when I say here, who's with us, or I say who, it's literally like Alma.
Play it again.
It's trippy, but. You hear that right there? Literally. Alma. Right when I say who, listen to this.
First of all, I just would love to ask, who is down here?
Yeah.
Right there.
You can hear it.
It's right there.
Before you even finish the sentence.
Right
You
when I
just
said who.
Elma. You can
That's
hear it.
crazy. Okay.
mad about what happened? Give us a word, any word.
I keep hearing Alma.
There's definitely, so this device only picks up on speech.
Yeah.
And during the silences, it does
It
not
should be
record.
nothing. Like we were
And
using
in
this
between
other
our
night.
questions, there's definitely like a whispering between our questions that's happening. I definitely heard Elma the first time. We were maybe asking too hard questions. 'Cause
Honestly.
there's sentences happening to our questions. There's no way to know what they're saying, you know.
And I've used this thing many times. It does not give you noises like that, ever. It'll be like, what's your name? Where are you right now? It'll just cut to your voice. That
hear
is
nothing in
very
between.
strange.
Yeah.
I say we do another by the well.
We have to.
Dude, that is nuts. There is an energy right there that we are picking up on that is strong. It's like pulsing.
And what is this device exactly?
This is basically an EMF meter, so electromagnetic frequency. And this is just showing, like right there, we're showing that this area, especially this well, there's a massive amount of energy here. So if a spirit, in theory, uses energy to manifest, they have like a battery right here to draw from. And it's ironic that the battery is the well. That's where this thing is like showing that the energy is. there's something something very strange about this area right here. This is the paranormal music box.
Okay.
This is basically another sort of proximity meter. So this thing is basically just going to show us if an energy or any sort of force object is standing in front of the meter. It'll go all the way back here to about the well area. So if something comes out of here, we'll be able to pick it up. The other thing that we're going to use right now is called the Spirit Talker. This is a application which runs off of the same technology as basically every other ghost hunting tool that we use. I've gotten some really crazy direct names, things that this thing shouldn't be able to tell me using this device. And I'm going to give it to you.
Oh.
So just ask a question. Let's start this.
What is the name of the person who killed you?
Elma, are you here with us? You can use your voice, and we should be able to hear you. Can you just...
It says good.
Good?
It just said good.
Good.
Okay.
Hey, you just said you
Yeah.
had good
Are you
energy.
here? Good.
Yeah. Is there something that you want to tell us about your murder or what happened to you? If you're here in this well, you can come out. Or maybe you like it there. I don't know.
I don't think she's in the well. Lad.
Okay.
Men.
Lad.
Yeah.
Is
Lad
is there something
is
about
a
the murder?
$17.99 word for
Yes.
a boy.
That's what she told us about the murder. Lad.
Lad.
Terrified.
Terrified. Or maybe she was terrified of the lad.
Yeah, good was in response to, are you here?
Yeah.
Good. That's affirmative.
Yeah.
And then you said, can you tell us anything about what happened to you? Lad.
Lad.
What else can you tell us?
I'm upset.
I'm upset. How can we help you?
Can we go in the well? What will we find if we try to go in?
Dancing.
Dancing. Did you go out the night, your last night? Did you party?
Children's spirits.
Children's spirits. We're getting farther away from the information we already know, so this is all new.
I mean, this is such an old part of town, so much history. If she's been alone here, maybe there's other energies that have been attracted to her. You know, kids that died or horrible accidents.
Are you alone?
Alone.
Oh! No way!
Yeah.
No way! Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is so shocking. The app does not, once again, listen to anything for anybody online. This app has no like microphone at all usage. For it to say alone is a direct response.
A lot of these are direct responses. We just don't know, we don't understand all the answers. Like dancing could mean a lot of things.
I mean, just consider, out of every word in the English language, you said, are you alone? And it literally said, alone. That is crazy. So, you're alone down here. Can you give us any sort of clue about your murder? Did he strangle you?
Toy.
Toy. It's interesting that I, at the very beginning, said you can come play with these toys.
You describe the devices as toys.
And she's still playing with this thing right now. It's interesting. Maybe she's trying to say, look at the toy. Maybe it's like, look at the well. To help me, maybe you can open the well.
Let's do it. I think we got to.
Yeah, do you wanna?
I mean, no, I'm scared.
I'm imagining like the Grudge
But
girl.
I can't be more scared than a woman on her, wedding night getting strangled to death.
And then dumped right here.
Yeah. So I think we can have a little courage and we can explore this, right?
Yeah. All right, so I think at this point we need to try to figure out what exactly is in the well. I don't know if we'll be able to open it because it's been a very long time since this thing's been open, but I want to set this stuff up on top of the well at the same time that you're going to be running a voice recorder so that if messing with this thing causes anything to happen, we can pick it all up.
And this device is just full rainbow.
There's just energy right here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Undeniable. It's a sign that Elma maybe wants to stay here. She is alone, but she's surrounded by clothes. She was a milliner, and this is a store that gets a lot of foot traffic, and maybe there's a chance that she'll be able to reach out and someone can tell her story.
Let's do this. I'm gonna come up here.
Let me know when I should hit record.
Let me just get kind of up. Oh, that's creepy. I'm gonna set this up here. Set this up. Will you hand me that music box? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you see? What the f is going on?
And you have to be much closer to get them to set up.
Yes. Both of them at the same time. Oh my God, I have chills up here. Thank you, Elma, if that's you or whoever's here. Oh my God, dude.
Should I press record?
Yeah, okay, here, let me turn this on. So yeah, just to state, that should not be happening. There's literally an energy that is, like you're saying, moving around the room. It's like circling, because it's this one and then that one. Like, Elma, if that's you, can you touch these metal? Thank you. Can you touch this one? The one that I'm pointing at? Okay, thank you. Are you down here? Do you like to hang out down here? You can come out.
Who's here?
Can you tell us what happened to you? Just give us one word about what happened. Were you strangled? I mean, you've also seen, these things have been on the whole time we've been down here. They don't just go off.
Something has to be passing by them.
And it's
Touching them.
literally going back and forth. I wish you could get down there, but this thing's like sealed. Do you want to come up here?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to hit pause on that? Oh. Wow, that is crazy.
Do you want to listen to this device before?
I'm here!
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was something.
Who? The question who?
Yes.
And it's the one she responds to. You're alone. She's
Yes.
down here.
That was a straight up like full whisper. I wish I could go back quicker to that. Let's just listen to that again. I literally hear "I'm here."
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Yeah. Or it's Elma. I
Or
heard
Elma.
again. You're hearing like two syllables that
But it's a woman's voice.
definitely.
Clearly. I don't catch these or anything like that normally. Here, I'm gonna turn these off for a second. Just listen to that for me.
I'm here.
I'm here. It's so clear.
It's I'm here.
I think it's time that you experience this for yourself. We turned those devices off, so there shouldn't be any sort of noise up there, but we're gonna do one final voice recorder at the top of the well to see if she wants to talk.
So far, we've gotten some pretty interesting answers.
Well, it seems like she likes to talk to you as well. So
I'm a reporter.
yeah.
All right. One more time. Who are you? Are you alone? Are you with child?
Are you still angry about what happened to you? I have a feeling that there's something down in the well that you want us to find. Can you tell us what that is?
Is the truth inside the well? Did you know the person who killed you?
Is there anything else you would like to say to us, or anything else you have to talk to us about?
What do you want us to know?
Okay.
Without the beeping, maybe we'll get something else.
I know. I'm excited to hear that.
Alright, one more time. Who are you? Are you alone? Are you a child?
What is that noise?
That's a lot of feedback.
I have a feeling that there's something down in the well that you want to find. Tell us what that is. Is the truth inside the well? What do you want us to know?
That was eerie.
Okay, I gotta say that I've used this thing a lot. I've never even heard a noise like that. And I don't know what would be causing that.
It either sounds like whatever sound is coming through is peaking and it's blowing out the
Yeah.
recording, that it's so loud, or that it's a different sound than the whisper we heard over there.
Oh, totally different sound.
Or even down here.
Mm-hmm.
Something's in the well. I'm not going to say it's some hellmouth portal to some,
Yeah.
something else, but something's in the well that it feels like whoever we were talking to before doesn't want us to go towards.
And it's strong.
It's like it's like there's no pause.
No,
And we were recording. We were just sitting here silent.
completely silent.
So it's recording something.
No matter what though, the fact that there's so much on there paired with this thing going off, those things going off, just shows that this specific well, even anywhere in this room, has like a massive amount of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like blowing out the audio recorder. Both of those things are going haywire. The paranormal, the EMF meter down here is just still going crazy.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but because there's a well here, does that mean that there's like a spring, or would there be flowing water around here? Do you guys know?
It's a great question.
In Listeners Meadow, they have water underneath the well, so it's possible that what you're getting is feedback from the water.
In this area, would there be still to this day water flowing?
No, they had to bring water in, but in 1799, there was definitely water there in the well.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
underneath in the ground.
And A lot of paranormal theories say that running water, wells, all of that boosts energy significantly. That's like a huge theory. So maybe that is what we're picking up, like the sound of water rushing or whoosh, whoosh. So we're at the end of our investigation here at the murder well. We've drawn some conclusions, but what are your thoughts, I guess, right now?
I mean, look, I was a skeptic going in, but it seems pretty conclusive that there is a spirit here, there's energy. We picked up on a lot of that. She was not quiet.
No.
This was a turned up room. It seems like Elma's here. She doesn't want people going near this well, and she's all over the room, and it was a really energetic space today.
Definitely. And I mean, on my end of things, seeing the equipment up there go absolutely haywire, that doesn't happen with those patterns. Seeing this lamp, and this is what I wanted to point out too, I don't know if one of you guys can get a shot of this. He was saying this. Look at this now. Elma, while we were right here before, was coming through and talking to us, and we were hearing the voices on our voice recorder having the huge spikes, and now all of a sudden the energy's gone. It's like she came through, she talked to us, and then she left, and who knows where she went, but I don't feel the same energy in here now as I did even an hour ago.
Definitely not.
But to Elma, or to anybody really who was here with us, I just want to thank you for coming and speaking with us.
And thank you for, letting us in.
I think that's a wrap though. We learned a lot, and yet at the same time there are still so many questions. But that's just the way it goes, baby.
Coming up on the next episode of Haunted, Abandoned, and Hella Creepy.
It's like too quiet in here.
If you're down here, make a noise.
If you think about energy, if you think about who were here, that you had serial killers, you had murderers, you get a lot of crazy things that happen here.
Are there any specific events that you can tell us about that happened here?
There were a lot of incidences of kids being beaten, kids being mistreated.
The chapel, wow.
Can you turn that light on if you died here? This place is like straight out of a horror movie though. I can confidently say that.
When you are evil in life, you are evil in death. So if they don't want you there, they are going to still give you those emotions and show you who they are.
It's like too quiet in here.
If you're down here, make a noise.
If you think about energy, if you think about who were here, that you had serial killers, you had murderers, you get a lot of crazy things that happen here.
Are there any specific events that you can tell us about that happened here?
There were a lot of incidences of kids being beaten, kids being mistreated.
The chapel, wow.
Can you turn that light on if you died here? This place is like straight out of a horror movie though. I can confidently say that.
When you are evil in life, you are evil in death. So if they don't want you there, they are going to still give you those emotions and show you who they are.
Haunted, abandoned, and hella creepy.
Tonight we're in the Mid-Orange Correctional Facility, an extremely haunted, old abandoned complex of buildings that was once a prison and a boys' reformatory school. Tonight, I'm with Danica. You're a reporter from the New York Post.
Yeah.
This is your first ghost hunt?
I'm extremely excited and I'm ready to be hella creepy with you.
Yeah. She's been talking all night about how she's genuinely freaked out to be here.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
I mean, I'm really excited. They kind of made me do this, but I'm always up for a challenge. I love, scary movies, but I think that what I'm going to see tonight is going to be probably a little bit scarier than what I'm used to. I do have really good intuition. I can tell people's auras, and I can always feel good things and bad things with people. So I don't know if that's going to play in tonight. Maybe if I feel something negative, I'll tell you to go and check it out, and I'll stay back behind.
I'll take the lead when it comes to that.
Great.
So you don't have to be too worried.
Thanks. I'll stand behind you. You're really tall.
Yeah. Right. But I will say that earlier today we did a walkthrough of this complex, and there's a specific area in one of the buildings where I felt an extreme heaviness, and I'm interested to learn more about the history and see if that somehow is going to corroborate what I was feeling, and to see if you feel it.
Yeah, definitely gonna be respectful, and hopefully, you know, if I'm respectful of the ghosts, they'll be respectful of me, and we'll both make it out here.
Yeah,
in one
hopefully.
piece. Hopefully. Hopefully.
I'm
Okay.
excited though. This place is really big. It's really cold out right now, and it's hella creepy, I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
mean, it's like you were saying, it's all three, right? Scary, what are the
Haunted, abandoned, and hella creepy.
And hella creepy.
It's all three.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm excited for you guys to come for the ride, and you know, once again, hopefully we make it out alive.
Yeah, let's get into it.
An hour and a half outside of Manhattan, situated in the hills of Warwick, New York, are the abandoned remains of what was once the New York State Training School for Boys. 500 young men were housed at the complex in hopes of rehabilitating them into productive members of society. But that's not often what happened here. Violent teens from broken homes in New York City were brought here where their old habits were made worse by frequent abuse from the very staff that was supposed to be providing them with the care that they needed. One 15-year-old boy was so troubled that he took his own life in the dorm he was assigned to. With the disappointing results of the training school, it was decided that in 1977, the facility would be converted to a medium-security prison known as Mid-Orange Correctional. Now, the violent and deranged were housed here, including serial killer Richard Biegenwald, up until 2011, when the facility was abandoned as part of an effort to clean up the state's prison system. Since then, the property has been reported to be extremely haunted, with paranormal phenomena occurring in nearly every remaining building. Maybe it's the tormented spirits of the young men of the training school, or the more sinister energies of the adult inmates from the prison era. Maybe we'll find out for ourselves as we explore the grounds tonight.
So we're standing outside of the Mid-Orange Correctional Facility right now. We're joined by Pam Kriske with Ghost Hunts USA. Her company runs ghost tours outside of this complex and inside of the buildings. And you have some pretty scary experiences to share with us that have happened to you and guests, you know, in these buildings, right?
Yes, we have several accounts. We've been coming here for about 2 years, so you get a lot of experience, a lot of crazy things that happen here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the history behind this building?
Yes. So before it became a boys' reformatory, it was actually a farm for people who were addicted to alcohol, and they called it the tent colony. So we're talking like 1912, like early on. And then it became the boys' reformatory, became New York State Boys Training School. And the kids that were brought here were kids that had delinquent offenses, some orphans that did not have a place to go. So the kids that were here, they ranged sometime from 10 to about 18 or 20, that they would come here and try to be reformed. After that, about 1977, it became the Mid-Orange Correctional Facility, which was a medium security prison for the state of New York.
What is the most haunted building here on property?
Oh, that depends on the
Out
day.
of all of them.
Oh boy. You know, we've had experiences in every building. So it's very hard. It depends on the night, but I would say we've gotten apparitions up on the 3rd floor of the administration building on video during a live investigation. Wow. That came out of the hallway, walked in front of the camera, kind of looked, and then just walked back and just disappeared.
What the f is that?
We have voices, people being touched here in A3, A4, which are the cottages, or even spirits that give off like smells, like scents.
And why would that be happening?
Well, I mean, if you think about energy, right, and if you think about, you know, who were here, you had serial killers, you had murderers. When you are evil in life, you are evil in death. So you're still going to be that grumpy, nasty person when you go to the other side. So if they don't want you there, or they're just, you know, that kind of person, they are going to still give you those emotions and show you who they are.
So with most prisons and different facilities like this, there's violence and a lot of other unsavory things that are happening here. Are there any specific events that you can tell us about that happened here?
Yes, actually there is one story of Charles who was beaten by his cottage father, is what they called them, that took care of the boys. He was beaten and he hung himself over in the rafter above his bed. So he passed away. There were a lot of incidences of kids being beaten kids being mistreated. There were children that went missing, that never returned, escaped, things like that. So there's a lot that weren't documented. There's a lot that was also kept under wraps at that time. Eleanor Roosevelt came here to see how the conditions were and was appalled. So
Really?
yes. So she had wrote a story about how they were mistreated and it was unfair to these children and it was awful. So when it became the prison, there were also several really bad inmates here. There was a serial killer here who actually killed 7 people. He was here as a child, who came back as a prisoner.
Overall here, you've got noises, you've got apparitions, you've got even pushing, scratching type activity. You've really got everything. I'm personally very excited to explore this place. With that, I say we set up and set in.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So before we move on to other parts of this complex, I wanted to bring us into this room because of the names on this machine. I don't want to sound dumb, but I don't know exactly what this thing is. None of us can agree.
It's like a boiler or something.
But I mean, when you look in here, I know people online are going to say, oh, it's obviously this, but I'm not an engineer.
It almost looks like something they put like to grate meat or something. Like
Yeah.
you throw stuff in there.
I think what's interesting, like Pam was telling us, is that there are names all over this, this sheet of metal. And you can see the dates when these names were etched into here, like, where's this?
Finn from the Bronx, July 27, 1959.
Yep. Allen Cottage, D3, the one and only Finn.
Warren Moore, 1950, May 1950. Oh wow, it says came May 1950 and left 1985?
Wow. So that's a long sentence.
Wait, yeah,
He must have did something
really bad.
interesting.
Paul Carter from Manhattan, 19, I can't read all of it. It's kind of scary. I'm just freaked out by the word help, to be honest.
Yeah. I think the way that this is going to be useful to us is if we get any names tonight,
Yeah,
we're going to be able to go back and reference this
Yeah.
and see if we can communicate with any of these people.
right.
And while we're here, I want to say, maybe if you signed this sheet of metal right here, if you're down here or your energy is in the basement area, follow us around tonight and talk to us. Okay, so to start tonight's investigation, I thought that it would be the best to come down to the tunnels that go beneath this entire complex. This is a very, very long tunnel. You can see it's right behind us. It's pitch black. And multiple people have reported experiencing some pretty crazy things down here. Hearing whistling, hearing footsteps, being followed by something, seeing shadow figures. So if there's a place where there's gonna be a powerful energy, I think it would be down this tunnel.
So you set it up with a red light. Tell me why it's like a red light and not blue or green or...
Well, some paranormal theorists say that using red light allows you to see shadow figures or other entities more easily with your eyes. It has to do with how we process light and everything, so... Oh, did you...
I heard that.
Did you... I did hear that too. That was loud.
I heard that. Maybe that's like telling us not to mess with them right now.
So I'm gonna give you the millimeter.
Okay, what's this?
This is basically an EMF detector. It'll tell us electromagnetic frequency levels. If it spikes, if you notice that it goes up,
Okay.
make sure and let me know, because that means that's what spirits are said to give off.
Okay, anything above 0 is a spike?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, that's the paranormal theory, is that ghosts use EMF energy to manifest, or vice versa, they give off EMF energy. So by using that thing, we can see if there is that energy down here.
Okay.
And I'm actually feeling something back there right now.
I just feel my face is getting hotter and hotter, which is a little weird because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my first ghost hunt and I've never seen anything before. So this is about to be like a life-changing thing because once you see something, you can't unsee it, right?
No.
Like I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and based on hearing that loud of a noise already, I feel like tonight's gonna be really active.
Okay.
And I'm getting kind of weird feelings down here.
Okay, well that just gives me all the confidence to go in this behind you. But if I'm gonna go into a scary tunnel with anybody, I'm glad I'm with you.
Yeah,
So.
I'll be your guide. I'll go first.
Please
Thankfully.
do. Please do.
So I'm gonna run on an IR camera too. This is night vision. And we have a REM pod right here, which is kind of the same tech as that, but basically if a spirit or an energy gets close to this thing, it'll start beeping and it'll let us know. Well, I'm gonna roll on this.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Without further ado, ooh. If we can get down here with me, it's at least dry.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell this nasty is. Oh, dude, this is a gnarly tunnel. There's something about tunnels that's like just so creepy.
Yeah.
Especially once we kill the light.
Hell no. We ain't killing the light. Why would you say something so crazy as to kill the light?
Oh, what's down here? Look at.
Watch your step.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of tripwires. Like they want you to. They want you to trip and. Oh wow! It keeps going. She said the door wasn't going to be open, but it is.
Oh.
Oh, that's not safe.
What the hell, dude? Oh, well, this is definitely f***ing scary. Woo! Oh, no, thank you. Holy f***, dude.
No.
This f***ing metal platform just bent under my weight.
Yeah, we shouldn't go any further.
No, f*** that, dude. Yes. What the f***? That's a big drop, too.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Hand me the camera. I can show that.
Yeah.
Dude, that was actually really dangerous. Dude, that is like.
Are we going back?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll lead us back into salvation.
It's a long trek.
Yeah. Whoa. You hear that?
Yeah. Here we are.
The chapel, wow. Well, if we're gonna.
Okay. Now we can really set some stuff up.
Okay, we survived the basement, which is exciting.
Yep. Here we are. We're in the chapel. This is supposed to be one of the most haunted areas. We're on the 3rd floor of the school building. And this is just, it's creepy up here.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's triggering my Catholic upbringing. There's like an altar behind us.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
And the Roman numerals are around the room as well.
Right when we started to roll, I don't know who can get a shot of that, but the proximity meter is showing that there's somebody standing right there in the hallway somewhere. See how it's lit up green?
Oh.
That's showing that there is something that just disrupted that area right in front of that.
So blue means nothing, green means go?
Yeah,
I guess?
it's green on one side, red on the other.
Okay.
But that means there's somebody in that hallway.
But we saw green. What if we see red?
Then that means it's entered the room.
Oh.
It'll be on this side.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
So, to kind of cue you in on everything, we've got REM pod right there, a REM pod over here, and one over there. These devices are the, if something walks up to it, it'll set it off. Then we have a Paralight right there, which is an EMF meter, which just basically tracks energy.
Okay.
The flashlight's down that hallway. We've got this whole room booby-trapped.
So cool.
And the final piece of the puzzle is Spirit Talker.
Wow.
I'm gonna give this to you. This is one of my favorite apps.
You know me, I'm a talker.
Yeah, so. It puts out, there's a level of EMF in the environment, and if it fluctuates, it's gonna put that fluctuation through an algorithm and give us a word.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So we can literally talk to the spirits.
Yeah, they'll hear what the response is and they can manipulate from there, so.
I'm also getting a smell, like a smell of like, you know when you blow out a match
or even spirits that give off like smells, like scents.
I smelled that earlier in that other room that we were walking towards.
I smelled it before too. But I didn't know if it was like a cologne of yours.
No.
No, it's not you.
No.
I just smelled it again. It's like, yeah, when you blow out a match or something. So,
That's not a good sign a lot of times.
Okay.
It's usually a bad sign.
It's usually a bad sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's just hope that it's not what
is it
that
a sign
means.
of exactly?
Some would say it's more of a demonic type thing.
Yeah.
Sulfur, like
Yeah.
smoky. But it
Yeah.
could be also, tobacco or something like that. So
I just smelled it again as you were saying it. Okay, great. Well, then let's turn this on and see if the spirit says something positive.
Here we go. Is there anybody here on the 3rd floor of the building with us? You can come up. You can touch any of the lights that we have set up. If you see any of the little toys that we have, you can come play with them. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want trouble.
We just want to talk.
So let me just ask, can you let us know that, right there.
Yep.
Yep,
It's
fucking
green.
right there in that hallway.
It's some.
Jenny, it said Jimmy. Didn't I just ask, who are you?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay, Jimmy. It went off right when that went off too. It's like Jimmy just came into the room.
Yeah. No, it turned green and then it said Jimmy, and that's why I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, the flashlight too, back there. Oh, Jimmy, thank you so much for coming in here. I think we've confirmed that that's you. Can you tell us something about yourself? That's a yes right there.
Yeah.
Tell us something about yourself, Jimmy. Maybe, can you turn that light on if you died here? Oh, there it goes.
Oh, we're sorry to hear that, Jimmy. How did you die?
Investigate.
Investigate how we died.
Oh my God.
Like abuse, Jimmy? Is that what you're saying? Weren't there kids that went missing here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of freaky.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, I feel it's like even colder all of a sudden too.
It's getting colder.
Jimmy.
Wait. I'm sorry.
No,
Likes when I ask questions.
Yeah, ask something.
Jimmy, are your friends here?
I smell that smoke.
Intelligent.
Intelligent.
Is he calling me intelligent? Maybe.
Oh no. Isn't this a school too?
Yeah.
I keep hearing just little knocks too.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we're alone up here.
And the light keeps going off. It's really bright.
Yeah, and that was just on for like 15 minutes when we were setting up, and it was just off.
Oh.
Right when we started asking questions, it turned on, and now it's just fully on. So I think
Helen.
Helen.
I asked if any of his friends are here.
Helen?
Remember? I just asked, are any of your friends here?
Helen. You know what? I feel like, honestly, we should move to to that hallway.
Again?
I'm feeling like we should step that way.
Killer.
Oh! Nope. Nope.
Investigate the killer? Maybe Jimmy was killed.
Yeah, or the killer's here. Okay.
Okay.
So Jimmy, do you want us to investigate your killer?
Here, let's just stop right here. Sorry. Okay, why don't you ask something about Jimmy's killer?
Jimmy, can you tell us something about your killer? Were you murdered here? Ooh, it's getting so much colder. My fingers are starting to get super numb.
I can hold this too if you want to put your hands in your
Oh,
pockets.
no, it's okay. I need to talk to Jimmy. Jimmy's telling me all about him. And his girl, Helen. Jimmy, can you tell us about Helen? Your friend?
My throat.
I just asked him how he was killed and he said his throat.
Right when you said that too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wait, didn't Pam tell us that somebody hung themselves?
Oh my God.
One story of Charles, he hung himself over in the rafter above his bed.
Did you kill yourself, Jimmy? Did you hang yourself?
That's a weird connection.
But yeah, maybe like they hung themselves.
Or killer
Slipped
in my
his
throat.
Yeah, someone slit his throat.
That could have been strangled, choked, stabbed.
Jimmy, do you want revenge?
You can tap one of.
Explosion.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I've never gotten that word on here. Explosion.
Jimmy, are there any other friends here besides Helen? Anybody that we should be scared or worried about? It's like delayed, but then he always answers.
It takes time.
We just have to remember our questions.
Help me.
Oh no.
Yo, that was loud though down there. Jimmy.
How can we help you?
I think this is painting a very vivid image right now. Jimmy, investigate Jimmy. Obviously he died here. That's what the light was telling us in there. All our devices are going off, so Jimmy's followed us down the hallway. Killer, my throat, help me. Maybe he was never found. Maybe he was abused. I don't know what to make of all of that, but it sounds like Jimmy was assaulted in some way. Had to do with his throat.
And he wants us to find his killer, clearly.
Yeah.
And he wants revenge.
Yeah.
For an explosion. He wants to blow.
He wants to blow
some shit up.
I don't know if we can help with that, Jimmy, but I understand the anger. I think what we can help you with, because he's saying help me, is to tell the story or find out more about the past.
Right, or find out his killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To find out what happened. When all of these things start to happen, like the flashlight, all these devices, it's telling us a story. It seems like it's gearing up. And at this point, I think Jimmy, like we were just talking, the young boy who committed suicide here.
Yeah. His name is Charles.
Yeah, Charlie, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was actually a suicide.
Right. Maybe like his mom, his cottage mom and dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Husband and wife. Maybe they killed him and made it look like an accident.
The abuse that
Or
went on
suicide.
here, you know?
Yeah.
The kids that went missing, there's so much mystery and those records are just gone.
Maybe they wanted to get rid of him, so they made it look like a suicide. And now he wants us. I mean, Charles and Jimmy, I feel like that's like a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he wants us to investigate, that's what he said, his killer. I think Jimmy left.
I was about to say that, actually.
Because like all the things are gone.
He killed.
What?
Right when we said that. I have a feeling the energy was so strong here, but look it was leading us down the hallway out of the building. This is towards the block where Jimmy was
Killed.
took his own life or possibly was killed.
Oh yeah, and there are a bunch of different cottages that we're gonna investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I think
A man here.
A man here.
Well, damn. Okay, wait a second.
That's crazy though. I think that we have been talking to Charles, or Charlie maybe, this whole time.
Yeah. Maybe Jimmy was like a nickname.
Yeah. I think at this point though, we've communicated enough here and we need to take it right to the place where it happened.
Coming up on the next episode of Haunted, Abandoned, and Hella Creepy.
Standing behind us right now are the 14 cottages where all the boys who were here at the Reform School were housed.
Charles hung himself in one of these cottages.
Well, without further ado, let's go into the demon house. If there's something dark in here, something evil.
I hear things, I hear noises, I hear voices.
Me too. I would love for you to come out.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna sit really still for a second. I think you're letting us know that you're here.
If you're down here, make a noise.
Are there any any specific events that you can tell us about that happened here?
There were a lot of incidences of kids being beaten, kids being mistreated. Charles, he was beaten and he hung himself in the rafter above his bed.
Standing behind us right now are the 14 cottages where all the boys who were here at the Reform School were housed.
Charles hung himself in one of these cottages.
Well, without further ado, let's go into the demon house. If there's something dark in here, something evil.
I hear things, I hear noises, I hear voices.
Me too. I would love for you to come out.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna sit really still for a second. I think you're letting us know that you're here.
If you're down here, make a noise.
Before we continue our investigation, I wanted to take a moment to paint a picture of Charles. While the records of many of his training school peers have vanished or remain under lock and key, the details of Charles's sad life story came to light in the wake of his suicide when his mother, Florence McBride, sued the state of New York for negligence and abuse towards Charles by the employees of the training school. Charles was born out of the relationship his mother entered into after the father of his two older sisters abandoned the family. Charles's own birth father also abandoned the family after enlisting in the Navy, leaving his mother and two sisters to rely on public assistance for survival. The turbulence at home remained persistent and reached an extreme when Charles's mother stabbed and killed a man she was seeing after he became belligerent towards her while drunk. While Charles didn't witness the killing, one of his older sisters did. Now, at the age of just 11, Charles began shoplifting with his older sisters, regularly skipping school, getting into physical altercations with school staff, and running away from home for days at a time. In 1958, he was finally admitted to the Children's Village, a residential children's treatment center in Washington Heights. There, he would steal bottles of pills and managed to escape numerous times, only to be brought back by his own mother. He remained there for 3 years. March 30th, 1962 is the day he was admitted to this very facility. Later that year, on October 23rd, at just 15 years old, Charles would take his own life. The incident that led up to his death began when he exited the showers in Cottage B1 and exposed himself to the cottage mother that was on duty, who then immediately told her husband of the offense. The cottage father found Charles in the bathroom where he scolded and slapped him, causing Charles to descend into hysterics. Against protocol, the father left Charles alone in order to phone his supervisor. When he returned to the bathroom, Charles was gone. It was only minutes later that the body of Charles McBride was found hanging from the ceiling with a noose made of his own bedsheets. At the close of the ensuing trial, Charles's mother was awarded $15,000 for her son's wrongful death.
So standing behind us right now are the 14 cottages where all the boys who were here at the Reform School were housed. It is worth noting that earlier Pam told us that this building is one of the buildings where she said there is an especially evil, dark, some would call demonic force that shoves, punches, scratches people.
So obviously, like, these places house a lot of pain. Charles hung himself in one of these cottages, so
Yeah.
it makes sense that there'd be a lot of angry presences here.
To get to that cottage where the suicide actually took place, we're now going to walk through one of these buildings, and then that specific cottage is behind it.
I'm really excited.
ready.
I want to see what happens.
Well, without further ado, let's go into the demon house.
Okay. Are you guys rolling?
Okay, if there's something dark in here, something evil, violent, I would love for you to come out. You can punch me, scratch me, hit me. I don't care. If you're someone that attacks people, I don't really have respect for you. So is there something that's big and bad in this building? Something dark? Give us a sign.
Thought I saw a light in that door.
Oh, that's creepy.
If you're here, make a noise.
It's so
Should we walk down the hall though?
Sure. It's like too quiet in here.
I definitely saw something in here.
It's weird because there's no window here.
Yeah.
Poking. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you see?
I thought I just saw like a little light right here. But there's nothing up there.
Maybe it's trying to draw us down here.
Oh, shit.
And ask another question?
Okay. If you're down here, make a noise. Sorry.
What the f? A bat?
Bird.
Sorry.
Yo, what the f? Where'd that come from, dog?
It's a bat.
I did promise myself I wouldn't touch things, and as soon as I touch something, bats come flying out of everywhere. Okay.
Well, I think at this point, this building feels dead, and we should move on to the.
That's what it should feel dead, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right. So we're about to go into this house. It's B1, but it's pretty much like the scariest location we've got here.
Yeah, this is the building where Charles or Charlie took his own life.
Okay.
The young boy. Remember earlier on we had killer,
Oh.
the man, all these different words that led us to believe that there may be an energy here of somebody, maybe Charlie, who wants us to figure out something about their death.
Right, and we also have killer, and we've been hearing that there's like a demonic presence here.
Yep.
That they're angry, so it makes sense that maybe someone didn't kill themselves. I mean, maybe they were murdered.
And what's very interesting is that we just found out through some research that his full name was Charles J. McBride.
Right.
So if you remember, Jimmy.
It's some.
Jenny. It said Jimmy. I'm eager to find out if his name was Charles James McBride, because that would be absolute clear communication.
That we've been talking to him all night. It's like so many clues that they're dropping, and it's all leading us to this. So
at this point, I think we need to set up all the devices and.
Yeah.
Nothing about me.
Yeah.
We're
Set
on
up all
edge.
the devices and see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's booby trap the crap out of this place.
Booby trap the crap.
Let's go bust some ghosts.
I like that.
Okay.
Time to bust some ghosts. That's what we're doing. So where would someone hang themselves?
Maybe we could put some stuff in the entrance here.
This is perfect. So let's do this.
Like a.
I'm gonna bust out literally everything right now.
Do you want me to help?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you put this facing down the hallway and then flick that switch on when you put it on the ground.
Okay. Is that anything?
Okay. Want to put this somewhere? You can choose where.
Oh, this door is open to like to outside. So I don't know if that's a good place to put it. Okay.
We can also set out. Oh. Okay, so that's the music box detecting. Whenever you hear that little tune playing, this thing is basically detecting objects in front of it.
Okay.
So if something is stepping or moving in that hallway, right there, there's somebody there. We've had this thing on all night and it hasn't gone off.
Yeah, it hasn't gone off at all. So maybe it came into the room with us.
I think it did. I think it followed us in here.
Oh. Okay, I saw that.
Okay, I'm gonna put this right here as well.
red.
Something just came in the room. Look at that. It's glowing red. Both sides it's going off. And the music box too. That means something's standing right there.
That's the first
It's
time
picking
it's
up
happened.
something right next to it on both sides at the same time as the music box going off. So those two devices are now corroborating each other.
Okay. And it's,
Look at that.
yeah, they're like
I've never
consecutive.
seen this. Can you go back down the hallway, please? Or come into this room? Look at
Wow.
Both of these have been on all night and they didn't do this.
They never did that. It's creepy because they're consecutively going off. And also they're consistently going off. They're not just like stopping.
No, let me tell you, that's really strange that that's happening right now.
Has anybody ever like, nope, not gonna do it, gone towards it then when it's doing that?
Do you wanna?
Heck no.
Okay. Who's down here? Charlie? Charles?
Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay, I guess I'm gonna.
Honestly, dude, there's footsteps. Someone with a camera come over here. I can't see.
I hear things, I hear noises, I hear voices. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Did you not hear that?
I did. Somebody come down here.
You said Charlie, and I swear I heard here.
I heard something too.
In the dark. That sounds real stupid.
Hold on, everyone, 1 second. Charles, we're gonna sit really still for a second. I think you're letting us know that you're here. Can you make a noise or walk towards us? Oh, what the f?
I told you I heard voices
I
in there.
swear I could have just.
I told you I heard voices in there. Like full on
I
voices.
literally thought I just saw something in there.
And this is where I heard the voices. And it almost was like trying to talk to me.
What the f? Oh, the motion ball over there is going off too. You see that?
Yeah.
Are you guys getting that over there? Check that out, dude. Oh, right when you panned over, it stopped.
Maybe there's like multiple things in here.
Okay, I think we need to figure out exactly what is in here. So something's moving, that's even if it's ever so slightly. It's weird that,
Oh my goodness.
huh?
Holy sh! Remember when I said I was gonna put this here and the door was straight up open?
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't want to put it here because of the cold? It's closed now. Like 100% closed. And it was open like this much.
Oh, what the f? You didn't do that?
No. And that's why I just came. I said, let me move it. Maybe it's because of the cold. And now the door's shut. And we all went that way. It was open at least this much. Because I was like,
I remember seeing it open.
ooh. Yeah, it was open like that.
Did you just come in? Oh, God. Oh, fuck this, dude.
Why? What's out there?
This is so creepy. Look at this, though. Isn't this like the spookiest f***ing scene?
It's pretty though. I mean, it's so scary, but also the stars.
Dude, all these buildings and this open door, there's just something about that I don't like.
And then, oh, look, wait, is that another door?
Yeah. This place is like straight out of a horror movie, though. I can confidently say that. Like for people online, you can't really see, but it's like, there's abandoned buildings, just 360, creepy ass dead
They all
trees.
look like witch houses or
Yeah.
something. I can't, like the Salem witch trials
Exactly.
or something. Like there's all these different cottages and nothing.
It's just
Yeah, it's
creepy.
kind of freaky, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially knowing the history.
And the fact that we're the only people here.
Yeah. And the fact that
wind.
no one will hear you scream. That's what I don't like. You know, they're like, no one will hear you scream. It's like actually true out here.
Okay, well, it's time to do the Estus method.
Okay, what's this? What's this method?
Let me grab this out. Jesus. This is called the Estus method. It's named the Estus method because it was developed at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, the hotel that The Shining is based on.
Oh, wow, okay.
So this is a spirit box. It scans through radio frequencies rapidly. People use this to communicate with spirits, but when you do the Estes method, you put a blindfold on. I'm gonna put a blindfold and headphones on, so I'm not gonna be able to hear your questions.
Okay.
And then you're gonna ask questions, and I'm gonna read out what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So,
wow.
This has proven to be a gold ticket to finding answers for me in the past, so.
Wow, okay, so you're gonna put blindfold headphones on. You're not gonna hear me. I'm gonna talk to the spirits, and they're gonna talk to you through that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's get this thing going.
Are you gonna tell us, or we're just gonna hear after? Or are you gonna speak it out?
I'm gonna do it live.
Okay,
Ready?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, I just smelled sulfur.
I'm gonna start the scan.
Not good. And
That's it.
is there anybody
It
here?
prompted me too.
Oh, sorry.
5 of us.
What are your names? Are you
Different.
angry?
We can't disclose.
What do you want?
Better weather.
Okay, me too. Are you angry?
Darkness. Secrets.
Do you have secrets you wish to share
There's
with us?
lots of them. Look at me.
Where are you? Where are you?
Daniel.
Did they just say my name? Did you guys say that? If you're here, make a
I've
noise.
been following.
What do you want from us?
To leave.
Oh, well, I think that's a good idea. Are you guys prisoners, or were you children?
I didn't do.
Is there an evil presence here?
Above the ground. Look behind.
This is what I'm saying. Do you want me to look behind?
Do you feel that?
I smelled sulfur. Is there an evil presence here?
Smoke.
Smoke. Did you die in a fire? Was there an explosion?
Yep. Oh, that was creepy. I'm upstairs.
You're upstairs. Okay. You still want us to leave, or you want us to go upstairs?
Leave him with me.
Oh, no.
I miss them.
Do you miss your family?
Satan's coming.
Well, I think we should leave if Satan's coming. Hello. We should not stay here. Satan's coming. Are you guys
The hallway.
the hallway? Okay.
I'm stronger now.
Is Satan still coming?
Little girl's voice. He's here.
See, no, because I asked about Satan. Okay. Okay.
The smell. 6.
Is this a bad place we're in?
Run.
Did you say run? Okay, listen.
It's not good.
Satan's
Here.
coming. Run. It's not good here. I just asked her if this is a good place.
Just wait.
Just wait. I feel like we're getting different
I
voices.
can't wait to show you.
Yeah, I think the good spirits are telling us to leave and the bad spirits are telling us to stay.
Jimmy.
Ah, is Jimmy here? Is Jimmy here? Jimmy, if you're here, show us.
He's here. Couldn't tell if that was he's here or what, but it's a woman.
Jimmy, did you kill yourself or were you murdered?
I did not go out. Look at the grass, almost.
What's in the grass?
Just go. Okay.
Some of that was pretty spot on.
Holy shit, I forgot we were here for a second.
I literally asked, what do you want us to do? Well, some of it was like it was kind of hard because there's a delay. But at one point I was like, what do you want us to do? And you were like, leave, like right away.
Oh,
like,
really?
leave. Yeah.
I heard leave and get out a couple times. Sounds the same kind of male voice.
Right, and then I was like, there's two, like, different spirits talking to you, the good ones and bad ones, because they were saying, I was like, what do you want us to do? And they're like, get out. And then the other one was like, just stay, wait. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
Oh, that's interesting.
Satan's coming, obsixobviously, because I was like, wait, what did I ask? I was like, who's he? As soon as I asked you who's here, you responded like six people.
Oh, really?
Something like that.
6.
I mean, it's on camera, so I don't remember, because I was asking a lot of questions. But then the ball was going off a little bit.
Nothing else?
In the corner. No, nothing else.
You know what's interesting is that the music box and the
Thing stopped.
thing stopped.
Oh, and as you were talking, it got loud upstairs again.
Like the noise?
Like it sounded like walking, like footsteps. So.
Well, this has certainly been a weird night.
Yeah, one for the record books. I mean, that was the craziest thing. That was going nuts.
Yeah, and look at it, it's completely silent now.
It's dead now.
Jimmy? If this is you. Oh.
Yeah, no, then we heard Jimmy.
When I heard Jimmy, I was like, Jimmy.
Jimmy's here.
Was there any answer around it that made sense?
You said Jimmy's here, and I said, is Jimmy here? And they were like, yes, he's here. I asked, are you okay? Oh, I said, what do you want? And it was like, better weather. As soon as I said, what do you want? You said, better weather.
Agreed.
And then I was like, oh, that's what we want to. And I mean, honestly, the door being closed.
There's been a lot of weird stuff tonight.
Well, I mean, did you not hear Satan tell us to get out? I'm kind of scared.
I did, but I didn't realize that you were trying to actually get me to leave.
I was like, let's go, let's wake up. I'm mad that we're still doing this in the room where they said Satan's coming and they told us to leave.
So, how was your experience ghost hunting?
I mean, I did see something I've never seen before. I saw a bat, I think. We don't know if it was a bat or a demon's creature of some sort, but that was definitely scary. And just the spirit talker was phenomenal. And some of the questions that we asked, it was dead on what they were saying. I think I'm not gonna sleep well tonight. I'm gonna need some shots. Forget what happened here tonight. But all in all, I mean, we made it.
Well, I think when you look at all the evidence as a whole, when you look at everything that's happened, we definitely contacted a presence.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it was this Jimmy character.
Yeah.
Whether it's Charlie, who's here, who took his own life or may have been murdered. I think there's so much mystery here on the property that a couple hours here isn't gonna bring any real answers.
Well, he wants to stay here. I want to go home.
Yeah.
I'm never coming back.
Well, before we go, as always, let's just say goodbye.
Okay.
To Jimmy or whoever is in here, any energies, if you can hear us, thank you for talking to us. Please stay here. And it was a pleasure.
We hope that you find peace and that you find happiness.
Well,
all right.
I think that's a wrap on tonight.
It's
I'm
a wrap.
cold. Time to take a hot shower. And
It's time to go before
time
Satan.
to leave. Yeah.
Satan comes. Let's go.
See you, Satan.
See you, Satan.
It sounded like things were moving upstairs. That's just that's the vibe I am getting.
Something is upstairs. The house is very old. It's from the 1600s.
Up and down the eastern seaboard, local folklore is filled with stories and legends about the pirates who once ruled the Atlantic coast.
I guess I should ask, how did you end up here?
Ship?
But still more tantalizing are the stories of buried treasure the pirates left behind here at an historic site now known as Spy House.
I mean, we've been in for 2 minutes and I've been hearing so many sounds and it's all light outside. So I know there are people here.
No way.
What's up, everybody? My name's Colin Browen. I'm a paranormal investigator, and you're watching Haunted, Abandoned, and Hella Creepy from the New York Post. Today we're at the Spy House. This is one of the oldest standing houses in New Jersey. This place has a very, very interesting history now. A lot of it isn't documented, but it's rumored to have been a tavern where, during the Revolutionary War, patriots would get British soldiers drunk to try attain information from them about battle plans, military movements. And today I'm joined by Danny. He's a editor for Page 6 with the New York Post. This isn't your usual story that you cover, right?
No, I'm used to women drunk shouting, not soldier drunk secrets, and they're all haunted. I think she's a little nervous right now wherever she's living. She's like,
well, I'm gonna make her, how about this? I'm gonna make her comfortable.
oh. Okay.
Well, there are a few women in there.
Okay, so maybe I'll make some friends.
Maybe they're drunk in the afterlife in the tavern, you know?
Okay,
So
I would like to.
there could be a thread here.
Okay,
Yeah.
a little drunk niceness, I hope, because
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Well, you've never been ghost hunting before.
No, I weirdly no.
Yeah,
it's not on my
it's
to-do
surprising
list.
to me.
No.
But you're excited?
Yeah, I'm here.
I mean,
I'm scared. but
just
I'm-
look at the place.
It's gorgeous. I mean, I love Zillow, so I'm always looking at houses. I'm into it.
I like how you said it's gorgeous. I was about to say, this is hella creepy.
You don't know the real estate market now.
Yeah.
This, gorgeous.
Yeah, this would sell for a pretty penny nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get inside. How about you?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Located 18 miles from the southern tip of Manhattan, the Spy House, known formally as the Seabrook Wilson House, sits on the waterfront of New Jersey's Sandy Hook Bay. Records for this Middletown property began in 1696, when documents show that Thomas Whitlock, an English immigrant, sold what was then a 202-acre plot of land to Daniel Seabrook, a member of the local Seabrook family that was known for their successes in shipping, transportation, and local government. Daniel quickly tore down the original structure and replaced it with a small 1.5-story cabin that still exists as the oldest part of the home you see today. Daniel passed the property on to his son James in 1717, and James then passed it on to his son Daniel in 1730. The property remained under Seabrook ownership until one of the daughters of the family, Lydia, had her husband Reverend Wilson purchase it in 1850. By the mid-1890s, the home had been enlarged to its current size. From 1900 until 1950, the home went through various phases as a boarding house, an inn, and a destination restaurant for tourists, until it was finally abandoned by 1955. The property remained empty and decaying until 1967, when local residents convinced township officials to purchase the property for preservation and conversion into a museum. So how is this place even haunted? And where did the name Spy House come from? There were no documented murders here, no stories of abuse or ill behavior in the family, no local serial killers burying bodies on the beach or anything like that. But if we look to the waters behind the home, we can start to understand how the rumors of a haunting began. In 1776, as British soldiers began to inundate New York Harbor and the surrounding area, including Sandy Hook Bay, it's rumored that Thomas Seabrook, a fervent patriot, opened up this home to British soldiers as a tavern. There, he was able to overserve alcohol in an effort to eavesdrop on the troops discussing military plans. And it may explain the sightings of apparitions in Revolutionary War uniforms, dozens of whom may have lost their lives in the nearby skirmishes. Even further back in time, when the property first entered ownership of the Seabrooks in the mid-1690s, pirates, who are often pictured as sailing the Caribbean seas, were actually quite active in the New Jersey area. Legendary figures like Captain Morgan and Blackbeard both have close ties to the bay, with the first mate of Captain Morgan known as Robert said to be one of the hauntings here. With all of this tumultuous history in mind, it makes sense as to why the Seabrook Wilson house began to be reported as haunted after its 15-year-long abandonment during the 50s and 60s. A common theory among paranormal investigators is that abandoned structures can attract spirits. Tonight, our crew prepared to see who or what has taken up residence here, whether it's a member of the Seabrook Wilson families, a slain Revolutionary War soldier, a sinister phantom crewman from the pirate era, or some other dark force. We are here to find some answers.
So we're in the foyer of the house right now. So this place is actually called the Seabrook Wilson Homestead. It's not actually known as the Spy House. A number of families have lived here, and something that's really interesting to me is the fact that this place was abandoned for a number of years. And when a home is abandoned and you don't know who's coming in and out of the house, who's doing what inside of the house, that can almost be a battery for hauntings.
They kind of notice that no one is here so they can have like free reign type of thing.
A theory of mine is that when you have a house that's abandoned, it's almost like a beacon for spirits who may be lost. So we're gonna talk to Jane in a second, who is a psychic medium, and she's gonna tell us about the spirits and entities here, but I have a feeling that there are some ghosts in the building that aren't linked to the history. And maybe the abandonment could be a reason why.
I mean, we've been in for 2 minutes and I've been hearing so many sounds and saw a light outside. So
Yeah.
I know there's people here.
I do want to say, when we cut the intro outside, the lights on the house flickered twice while we were talking about it.
No way.
And then this door just made like a really weird rattling noise.
Oh, an opening noise. That was
yeah. The place is active already.
yeah.
But do you want to go talk to Jane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have questions.
I'm excited, me too. It's really weird just sitting here talking to you. I've all of a sudden got this like sinus like pain. And for me, I'm not psychic or medium at all, but I always get this like sinus pain and then ringing in my ears.
It's all good. So spirit is around.
Yeah, so I'm feeling it right
That's
now, right
how
when we
you-
started talking.
That's how you would feel spirit.
So we're sitting now in the fireplace room in the mansion. This is a room that all of us here on the crew were feeling some sort of energy in earlier, and I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about this place. Do you want to introduce yourself really quick?
Sure. My name is Jane Doherty, and I am a psychic medium, which means I can see the future, and I also communicate with spirits. When I first came to the Spy House, I came with a TV show called In Your Interest. So I had never been here before. And there's a lot of activity. And yes, you would be feeling it in here. The last time I was here, 10 years ago, I did a ghost tours here for about 5 years. And the spirits really got to know me. And they loved the people coming in the house. And you would have a woman that was seen dressed in colonial clothing that would come from the fireplace and kind of walk to the people. I felt that she was a energy placement, and because I couldn't communicate with her.
What does energy placement mean?
It just means they're stuck in the way they died, and that you'll just keep seeing them over and over again in that position and just doing that. Where someone has a consciousness, as a medium, I can make contact with it and communicate. So this was somebody I couldn't communicate with. But what happened on the tours that I was doing, a woman dressed in colonial clothing started in here, and every place we went, this woman in colonial clothing would be there. So at the end of the tour, I got a telephone call. These people were from California visiting, and they swore that people were in costume. And there was nobody in costume. That was a spirit that followed them over and over again in every room.
Wow, and they thought it was a real person.
They thought it was a real person. They thought somebody was dressed in a costume.
And she was
'cause it
just
Halloween
observing
time.
them?
Yes.
Okay.
Following them from room to room.
I think that's a very important distinction to be able to make when it comes to the paranormal, is knowing whether an energy is conscious or it's like you're saying, it's stone tape theory. So much energy is exerted that it becomes almost embedded in the walls and it's just repeating. But it's interesting they have consciousness here. We've got the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else in here?
Mr. Wilson has been seen, the Reverend Wilson, I should say. The main one is Robert the Pirate. And that one's going to be interesting. A Revolutionary War soldier has been seen upstairs. And there's a little boy, Peter. And Peter had the reputation of if you invited him home, he would go home with you. What happens to me? My stomach will expand anywhere from 3.5 to 5 inches when spirit is near me.
It's a very unique way to sense the paranormal.
It is unique, and I don't know anybody else that this happens to. The only reason I think is that in ancient days, your third eye was not here. Your third eye was your gut. So that's what I'm reacting to.
Trust your gut type of? Is that where that came from?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that makes more sense. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where it came from.
I think at this point we should walk
Yes.
around the floor and kind of see what you're feeling. Are you down for that?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's do it. Are you ready?
No.
As you can see, my stomach is starting to expand. It's coming to me because I asked them to come down. Okay, you can see what's happening, that my stomach is coming out. Ooh, you can feel that cold coming around. Okay, come on. It's okay. We want you to make your presence known for us. We really like that. So it's okay for you to come. Come around us. I feel this is obviously a man, because I can tell by the way it grips me. If it's a female, it only goes to a certain point. When it's a male, it will go all the way up, and when it's a child, it'll go below my belly button. So that's how I can identify. Okay, thank you. They will also confirm. All right, I know that you are a man. This is the man that was seen in the bathroom in the hallway. He used to come out. He was dressed in black. He had a black hat on. He would go out this door and people would see him in the parking lot.
So this man walks outside.
Yes, my stomach has gone down, you see?
Wow.
You see what's happened?
That is so.
It's really interesting that you say that, because when we were outside, the lights were flickering on the house. The front door, we heard a knock.
Mile a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were outside, it was probably from here rattling the door.
Oh, that was interesting. To explain to you.
Okay, yeah.
So these are all REM pod devices or EMF devices. So
What is that? What is that? Or I guess energy?
electromagnetic fields. So that's
Oh.
what ghost spirits are said to give off. This thing is very sensitive, so if we see this spike like we have when we've been filming previously, you know there's a very strong energy here. And the REM pod is basically like a proximity meter. So if something gets close to it with some sort of a signal, it'll let you know. We've got a proximity meter right there too by the door. And this is an EMF meter. So what you're gonna do, take a look at this number. Oh, what the f***? This thing's glitching out, dude. Yeah. It was just working fine.
It was doing it before, yeah.
I think this thing just died on us. I was just...
Because you gave it to me and it had a number, then it went away.
Yeah, this was
And I don't know.
literally fully charged when I gave it to you. Do you want to get a shot of this? Look at
That's
this.
the spirit energy.
Yeah. This thing just sucked it out of this. Completely fried, dude. Oh, that was me. Oh.
Spirit's
Okay,
back.
yep.
My stomach is out, spirit's back.
Proximity meter there too. Can you do that again if that's you? How about you ask since you're...
Can you do that again so we know you're here? Can you do it again? They may be used to you doing that. My stomach is going.
Thank you. I want to introduce myself. My name's Colin. I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Danny.
And I am Jane.
If you are here, I think you are. If you see that red light, can you walk up to it? And you can touch it and let us know that you're here with us.
Have you ever seen me before? Would like to see you react to us.
Turn this thing. This thing's going crazy. Okay, we'll do the flashlight method here too then, since we're set up.
What is this?
So this is kind of like an old school. Oh, you want to do this?
Stomach is out again.
Thank you for that. So the flashlight method, basically you unscrew a flashlight so that it's almost connected, and if a spirit comes and touches it, they can form the actual pathway so it'll light up.
Oh, wow.
So right now, if you're here with us, I doubt you know what a flashlight is, but it's a tool, kind of like a lantern. It's next to this lantern-looking object. If you come up and touch this, it will illuminate. It'll show that you're here. Could you do that for us? I feel weird in here all of a sudden. Really weird, dude.
You feeling weird?
Yeah. It's like the air just like...
Heavy.
Yeah.
I feel there's no air.
No air.
Yeah.
Like completely stopped.
Yeah. Because you've got a few of them, I believe, coming in.
Mm-hmm. Who do you feel right now?
And I think it's Peter, the
little boy?
child, the little boy, because that's where the potbelly stove was that he used to clang. And this is where I would talk about him.
Peter.
Right here.
Peter. Right
Peter.
there. Peter, and this is child height too. Perfect.
Okay.
Peter, thank you so much for lighting that up. I guess it is you.
Thank you.
Can you light that up one more time if it is you, Peter, so we can confirm? Do exactly what you just did.
Come on, Peter. You always like to be playful.
Yep. Oh, right there. Proof, right there.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Yep.
That is
You see,
incredible.
that is literal. How does that happen? This
There it goes
meter
again.
right here spikes right before the flashlight turns on. It's like it was reaching down and touched it.
Oh my gosh.
He may have been backing away to get
What's
the
that sound?
energy.
Thunder.
Wait,
You sure?
I don't.
don't
It sounded
think
like
it's-
things were moving upstairs.
Wait.
That's just what I'm. That's the vibe I am getting.
Something is upstairs. It's a strange sound.
Okay, now honestly, open the door. See if that's thunder.
I'm not. Oh, I'm not touching nothing. Oh my god.
I'm gonna make you touch my belly. Look what happened. There goes my stomach again.
I think it was a jet, some sort of a plane.
I don't know. Because I heard
Flashlight
I
went
heard
on
wind
again.
from like down here.
I don't know.
Flashlight
I
went on
can't hear
again.
anything. I don't think it's not raining.
No. It felt like it was like coming, like all yes.
Wow, that was genuinely really freaky.
Okay, I'm glad it's just me. Right when you said that too.
Yep.
How
Wow.
do you know the word freaky?
So what's the determination here? Was that weather? What the hell was that?
Have you
No.
heard sounds like that here before?
That felt like it was something.
It felt like it was like
upstairs.
like rolling.
Yeah, like rolling.
You know?
rolling,
Doing something.
and then I felt like wind coming from that room or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. That,
Yeah,
yeah, right?
I heard it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
All right,
you
so
guide us through
We
this.
need to hold hands, okay? Because that have the energy flow around us. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is just have you do a quick relaxation, so you're relaxed because you need to be relaxed. So just close your eyes and just begin to allow yourself to breathe in and out, in and out. And with each breath you take, you become more and more relaxed and more open to experience spirit in some way. Pay attention to anything you feel, because the spirit can go over to you and make you feel a pain or feel a sensation. So just keep observing anything you feel.
Headache.
Headache?
Yep.
Okay. That would belong to a spirit here. Probably somebody that could have been killed in the head, shot in the head. But it is very cold, but at the same time, I'm sweating. The cold is like on the outside of the circle, but where I'm sitting, it's hot, very hot.
My elbows are just so cold.
Okay, yeah, the cold is around the circle. We ask any spirits of the house to come around us. Let us know you're here. Do either one of you have a Paul that's deceased? Because there's somebody here calling Paul. Paul, I keep hearing Paul.
Oh, I do know one of a family friend, yeah. A Paul who lost his daughter.
Okay, so that's the little girl that's coming around, trying to let him know that she's okay.
I kind of want to do an experiment.
Okay.
Is there something we need to do to end this?
Yeah, I just have to end it.
Okay.
All right, we are going to now end this little mini seance. And we can just drop our hands slowly. Open your eyes. And we're fine.
That was weird.
Yeah.
It was very strange. Well, I think we should, have you ever done an Estus method session? I'm gonna have you go under.
Go under where?
Into the dark.
No, wait.
Okay, are you ready for the Estus method?
Once you explain to me what it is, or do I learn as I go?
You don't know,
okay,
you don't
yeah.
know. So for people online who don't know, the Estus method is a different way of using a spirit box. So this is a spirit box. Basically what this thing does is it scans through radio frequencies, like really fast. The theory is that spirits or ghosts can talk in different frequencies that we can't hear with the human ear. So by tapping into those frequencies, sometimes you can hear their voice. So with the Estus method, you take that a step further by blindfolding yourself and putting headphones on. So we're gonna ask him questions and he's gonna respond. And it kind of takes out the middleman. And so if you hear a response, it's really freaky. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm gonna warn you, anytime you hear anything coming through these, just say it out loud.
Okay.
Even if it sounds like, say spaghetti or whatever comes to your mind after hearing it.
So interpret it in my sense? Okay.
Yeah, because it's not going to be clear like hello.
Okay.
It's going to be, you have to use your imagination a little bit.
Chris Ray, is that a thing? Or?
So now we're going to ask the questions.
Okay.
To whoever's here in the house, I want to ask, what's your name?
Paul? David? David?
You just said Paul during the seance. What the hell? That's crazy. So Paul, can you say yes if you're here? Or hello or hi?
Forming? Actually?
We need like a hi or a greeting. How's it going? Hello?
Can you say hello? Are you a new spirit here?
No.
So Paul, did you die here? I guess I should ask, how did you end up here?
Ship?
Were you British?
Regulations?
It's a simple yes or no. Were you a British soldier?
Information.
That's one of the rumors, is that this was a tavern, you know?
Yes.
And the information from the British. Maybe it was someone who was seeking information from the British. Paul could have been a patriot.
Very much so. And they used to patrol.
Used against president?
Okay, so let me ask then, were you a patriot? Were you fighting against the British? You can say patriot or yes.
I get the fact that he's afraid to say he was a patriot.
Yeah.
He's scared to say it.
Maybe it's because of the British.
Yeah.
It's gone silent. Is there somebody here that's preventing you from talking to us? Because you've gone quiet all of a sudden.
Boss?
Did you die at sea, Paul?
No.
Okay. Well, Paul got here by ship. Didn't die at sea, though.
I've seen it.
What did you see? Did you witness a murder?
A lot.
A lot of murders.
A lot of murders. Oh, that's eerie.
Were you killed on the ship?
Yee.
Yee. That's British. That's a pirate would speak like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yee.
This is Danny. Whatever you're saying now, it's getting so loud, but it's not. I'm not getting anything through, so I don't know what that means, but it's like so loud right now.
Can you say goodbye? Adios. See you later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's
There you go, guys.
that's British. That's
Okay.
British.
You're gonna take him out.
And that just went off again.
Wow, yeah, you're right, it did. Wow.
It just gets so loud when
Yeah.
like it's about to say something,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, very overwhelming.
Wow, we had a very good session.
That was good.
That was incredible. I asked who's here,
Yeah.
Paul, and came from the other room.
And the yee and the cheers.
Cheers.
It almost felt like the yee was like yee, like it was like sounding more faint, so I don't know if that was them getting pushed off or
Okay,
something even.
alright.
I don't,
Yeah. Okay. Could certainly be.
So we've been at this for a couple hours now. Really, really interesting stuff. And we're now joined by Donna. You are, how would we classify you?
Well, I'm a miracle healer. I'm basically a medical medium, but before that, I did about 15,000 contact with the deceased readings. So I worked as a medium.
Well, you had talked to people on the team yesterday and said that you felt like there were two entities here.
Yes.
And now you just said three.
I said 3 whenever I drove up. Okay, so I drove up, I was coming in, and I do muscle testing. So I muscle tested and I got 3. But then just now I got 1 too again.
Interesting.
So I don't know if one is coming and going or whatever, but we have 2, both male. And the one was an older man and sort of a bigger stature, and then there was a smaller stature person.
Just for camera and everyone online, you have no idea what's happened tonight. You don't know the history. This is a
I
cold
have-
read.
Cold read.
You were
totally.
4 hours ago. Have fun.
Wow.
Because I didn't know anything about this place when I walked in either. It's really crazy.
Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to demystify the mystical here, and kind of take the fear out of it. Okay. Because I've worked with about 15,000 people that have crossed over, and so I basically tell people, if you weren't afraid of your grandmother when she was here, if she stands, you know, she's here on this side of the carpet, and then she takes a step on this side, she's on the other side of the carpet. There's nothing to be afraid of.
That's such a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay? There's nothing to be, it's the same person, it's just basically you can't see them physically. And as far as mediumship, we're just tapping into them mentally.
Yeah, I don't think ghosts are scary.
I don't think so either.
No, the only thing that personally I think can be scary is if it's a bad person in life and you contact a bad person in death. So we just came into the parlor. This is where I'm excited to have you kind of read. And the paranormal music box. This thing detects motion with infrared and full spectrum gear.
Okay.
Is going crazy again. And this thing,
It always, I feel like, is in the doorways when we enter. Like, I feel like everyone is like following us.
they are.
What I got was that there's nothing over there.
Yeah.
There's something maybe over here. And something was actually, someone was trying to talk to me. So, so he's saying, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to my house. It's his house, apparently. It was his house. He just keeps saying he's glad we are here. The words are glad we are here. Welcome to my house.
If you feel any, even like a letter from a name, it'd be very interesting.
His name?
Yeah, to corroborate.
A, I would say A.
A. Well, there's an A in Paul.
Yeah, that's true.
Is what?
Paul was the name we were getting in this room and then
In that room,
too. Before we get into this too, I'm gonna do an experiment. This is the spirit talker. This is a device which is basically like any Ovilus or any paranormal investigation tool that'll give you words. It runs off an algorithm, it tracks EMF levels, and when it fluctuates, it puts that fluctuation through this algorithm, gives you a word. So I'm gonna let you hold this.
Gives you a word?
Yes. So I'm gonna see if any of this matches up.
Hold it over here.
I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, we'll switch.
Did you used to drink here? If your name starts with an A, Adolfo.
Paul.
Margaret?
Margaret?
That's cool.
Margaret.
I'm not prepared for it to talk. Does he have an ex-wife or wife or lover? I'm from page 6, so I have to that.
I don't get any. I got no on that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everett.
Everett? You have a boyfriend?
This is really cool.
It's an interesting device.
This is cool.
So this is a voice recorder. And I want us to just go in a circle. Let's give 15 seconds between questions. This thing's very sensitive and it cuts out all the dead time between voices, so it makes it really easy to listen back fast. So just ask whatever's on your mind.
Do you have anything else to impart on these people? Any other knowledge that you would like them to know? He said, yes, do not be afraid. That's the major message.
One more time, can I ask what your name is? Just to confirm.
Are you happy Lisa Rinna is off Beverly Hills Housewives? That's in California.
I got no.
Yes, Andrew! This is why you're not dating Margaret, Andrew. God bless you.
I don't know. I just got to know.
Okay, my final question. Are you happy that we came and talked to you tonight?
Absolutely. He said, you're welcome in my house anytime.
Okay, let's listen back, see if we hear anything. I'm ready.
Do you have anything else to impart on these people? Any other knowledge that you would like them to know? He said, yes, do not be afraid. That's the major message. One more time, can I ask what your name is, just to confirm? Are you happy Lisa Rinna is off Beverly Hills Housewives back in California? I don't know. Okay, my final question. Are you happy that we came and talked to you tonight?
Okay, well, I think honestly it feels like the energy's at rest.
I love it. Yeah.
It's calmed down a lot in here. That thing was spiking like crazy. Haven't seen that spike at all. The REM pods, the voices, and like you're saying, it's at peace. I feel like
we were here.
Yeah, we're leaving this one like a little freaked out at first, but the lesson of the night: don't be afraid of ghosts.
Yes, yes.
Unless they were a serial killer. Then you can be afraid. That's the one time. Donna, thank you for coming out. It's been a pleasure. Danny, how was your first ghost hunt?
You know, I felt every single emotion you could feel. I was terrified, I was scared, but I'm happy, and I'm glad I came. And I'm also glad Lisa Rinna's off Beverly Hills, so it really worked out for everybody.
So's the ghost.
Yeah.
I think we're teaching people online that ghosts are not always scary. That's something you can take away from this.
Right.
But we're also showing people that they're very real. And what we can attest to after tonight is that there was something here in this house, but we still don't know exactly who it was. To everybody in the house, thank you for speaking with us as well. And to the little boy, please don't follow me.
No,
remember
please
what
no.
she said?
No, yeah.
You can stay here, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, right.